Hello everyone, welcome to game week 3 of ChampManFPL season 3. Craig needs a rest, as Rockstar would say. So tonight I'm joined by Chris Moyles. Sorry, no, it's not Chris Moyles. It's Benno. It's Benno from Discord and from the Championship amateur pods. Did with Craig last season. Big simmer in the community. Benno, how are we doing?
Mate, I fucking hate Chris Moyles, so I'm offended straight away. No, I'm good. I'm looking forward to it. Shearer captain tonight. Hope he's going to go big. We're going to go through a bit of the team news, aren't we? But big Dion Dublin starts the stair-loving animal, so I'm loving that.
Yeah.
I've got my tie and hat on because Craig told me that's what we have to do on the stream. So yeah, I'm ready.
Someone needs to do that, so you're filling in for that. You're filling in for that nicely, mate. So yeah, good stuff. Good to have you on. Looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Just want to say as well, hello Rachel, Craig's other half, if they're watching on the big screen. I know Craig said he was going to force his wife to watch it, even though she told him that hopefully he wasn't going to be doing a stream every week. So, hi Rachel, hope you're all right.
Absolutely. Good evening, Rachel. Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone in the chat. So yeah, looks like we're live. We're not talking to ourselves. Yeah, good evening everybody. FPL Depression in the chat. David Strom, one of his 20 teams about to kill it tonight. Post the points in the chat. Adam English, the Man On Boys are in the chat. James Johnson, Rory, good evening guys. Welcome to the stream. So right, let's go. Let's have a quick tick through the fixtures then, Benno, and pick out points to note. So Aston Villa, Bradford, as you said, Dion Dublin starts, orange flagged 90%. So yeah, if you punted on him, good luck to you tonight. Obviously, he got through it okay last week. A great fixture for him. I think the other point to note: Danny Mills starts the third game in a row. 4 million defender. You know, we thought one of these 4 million defenders of Villa is probably going to play a lot of games. So I mean, Danny Mills is looking good at the moment. But you're particularly interested in Dion Dublin tonight. You don't own him. We've both got Angel.
Yeah, disappointing. I mean, I'm on the free hit game week 2 wildcard 5 strategy, so there's no way I was picking Dublin. I was half tempted to do a -4 to get Dublin in, but it would have been for Angel because I've got a triple Villa. I've got Henry. I've got Rufus who isn't playing again, so I'm hoping that he's going to, be playing at some point. So I've got Neil coming on. But yeah, Dion Dublin, I'll be cheering his goals in as long as it's not a rebound off an Angel hitting the crossbar or something like that. I think I'll struggle to show enthusiasm if it's one of them.
Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. I mean, as long as Angel does well, I'm happy for people that have punted on Dion Dublin to do well as well. I think that's a really brave move, and they deserve it. As long as it's not at the expense of Angel, I don't mind. And then for Bradford, so Hoekstra's back. So a few people sort of questioning, well, why Hoekstra didn't play last week. So yeah, you get a bit of shenanigans in the first couple of weeks sometimes, but Hoekstra's one of their star men back in the team today. So there's absolutely no worries there. If you're sort of owning Hoekstra as one of your squad players, he's back in the team today.
Lovely. Stoke legend he is. He's fantastic for about a season and a half for Stoke, so I'm glad he's playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was a good little player, wasn't he? Right, Blackburn Everton. So yeah, nice attacking formation again from Blackburn. Janssen in the AMC position. O'Brien, the 4.5 midfielder, does start in central midfield, which is quite interesting. But of course, probably Tugai would have played there, but for his injury. But O'Brien owners getting another game out of him tonight, so really, really positive for them. Yeah, so Blackburn, yeah, it's a nice lineup from Blackburn. Fancy them, I think, tonight.
Yeah, like I say, I've got Neil coming on for Rufus. I'm quite happy about that, actually. It's I've gone 3-4-3 now, so I'm hoping for plenty goals.
Yeah, it could be. I think there could be goals in that game. And from an Everton perspective, Kevin Campbell starts again over Karatos. So I think that's quite interesting. So a lot of the, Everton got a lot of strikers sort of similarly priced, but Campbell's got the nod twice over Karatos now. So yeah, heading to the game week 5 wild card. that a lot of people are on. If you did want one of those 6 million Everton forwards, then I mean Christie is looking the most nailed, isn't he? And Karatos is looking probably the most dodgy one.
Yeah, I'd be going Christie all day long if I was thinking about Everton in a wild card. I think he's a cracking player in this. He could do the business for Everton long term, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so hoping for goals in that one. I think looks two good lineups. Coventry Leicester. So not too much going on in this one in terms of surprises or anything like that. So we've got Sturridge up front with Scowcroft in behind, which is kind of more what we expect from Leicester, with Joby McAnuff back on the right hand side rather than up front. So that's definitely, I think, where we expect to see him going forwards. You know, he had a nice game up front last week, but I think this Leicester lineup is kind of more what we expect. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Scowcroft is playing, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. From a commentary perspective, a few people on Lee Hughes, I think. So, it could be a decent game for them. Leeds Watford. So I guess the big news for people that have punted on Ian Hart is he starts tonight. So that's a little bit concerning. I guess people that were game week 1 big on Leeds and then free hit, I think they're the big winners from this lineup. Those that went with Ian Hart. So
I hope so. Ian Hart vice captain. Yeah, I've seen someone in the chat who went Harpal Singh vice captain. So they've been fully stung. Yeah.
That's the trouble, isn't it? When you sort of have one of them. But the Hart owners have won through tonight, so I've captained Larson. So I'm a little bit annoyed that Hart starts, because if they get a penalty, then Hart's going to take it now ahead of Larson. And Larson's my only attacking player. So anybody with Larson, that's not so good. But I think everybody else, like people with treble leads, they've got what they wanted. I don't think anybody with treble leads has got a player that's missed out unless it's Singh.
Just coming back to Blackburn, Luke in the chat has put, just noticed that Tugai and Ludvigsson aren't in playing, so he thinks it's a partial rep. But we've just been told that Tugai might have been injured subsequently from. Is this perhaps a Sunday game for Blackburn, and it wasn't seen in the stream?
I think it was. I think Tugai was on the stream. So as I mentioned, O'Brien does start, but I think we knew that Tugai was. I think we knew that Tugai was injured. Weatherall, he does normally play, I think, but that's a little bit more unexpected. But I think we knew Tugai was injured. So that's that. So from a Watford perspective, as Watford lineups as we expect. Two pretty poor looking centre backs compared to what they would have had last season. Expecting a bit of a goal fest there.
Captain's just said Tugai's not injured, so Luke's right. It looks like it could be.
Oh, it was okay. On there. Fair enough. I've misremembered that. So a bit of partial rep then. Interesting from Blackburn, because Everton aren't bad rep. Liverpool Chelsea then. So we've got, for the first time this season, the centre back pairing that I think we expect to see in Hyypiä and Biscan. And I think the other thing of note from Liverpool there is Heskey again for the second week running starts ahead of Fowler.
Yeah.
Liverpool, we're expecting quite a low scoring game in this one. Chelsea are going to come and be quite defensive. So not expecting a massive amount of goals in this one, but going forward, I think if Heskey is going to be first choice, I think he looks some value, and even maybe Vig now. So he's played a couple of games now, isn't he? Ahead of Carragher, who's priced ahead of him.
Yeah,
interesting.
How much is Heskey in the game? Do we know? Off the top of your head?
I can't remember exactly. He's 0.5 less than Fowler, but as I say, he started an away game and a tricky home game ahead of him now.
So maybe 8.5 million. Someone in the chat might be able to tell us, but that could be decent.
Nahal in the chat, reads that out. Yes, that's going to disappoint a few people. We've got Hegem and Vig now as the fullbacks. So it's been a bit all over the place, the Liverpool defence, isn't it? But I think Hyypiä Biscan in a home game against a high rep team, I think that's what I probably expect to see going forward from a centre back perspective. And then the fullbacks, still a little bit up in the air, I guess, because they're a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
Man City Arsenal. So it looks like, I think the big news from this game, looking at it quickly, is Bergkamp starts ahead of Jeffers. So that's a pain in the arse for me because I'm expecting Jeffers to probably get on at some point. Hopefully he gets a good amount of time. But yeah, this can happen with Arsenal. Bergkamp and Jeffers, there's not a massive amount between them. I probably expect Jeffers to play most of the games, but it's one of those where there's always the risk that Bergkamp can come in for the odd game. So that's happened today.
It's interesting that it's away, though, isn't it? I mean, like you say, in terms of away sides, if you see the lineup, it tends to be more the nailed sides because they don't tend to do any kind of repping away from home. So maybe, again, it's just one of those early season things where a player hasn't played for a while, so therefore you get one or two appearances. Yeah. But you'd expect Jeffers to be the more nailed of those pair long term, perhaps play 30 games.
Yeah,
based on the kind of pricing and what we know about simming and things like that.
Definitely, and they've gone for that dip forward. So Bergkamp isn't right up front; he's in that kind of dipped forward role. So I guess every now and then, if they roll that out, they maybe Bergkamp's preferred to play in that sort of slightly deeper role than Jeffers. But calling when that happens is like impossible, really. So that's Man City Arsenal. Middlesbrough Ipswich. So Middlesbrough, to me, that looks like their first choice 11. I probably expect to see that most weeks. I think it really does look like Marinelli's firmly first choice now. He's replaced Paul Ince sort of properly. So it's really attacking midfield, isn't it? Miller and Marinelli. So no DM. Not interested in a DM at all. They're just putting two fairly attacking midfielders in there. So that looks good. Boxic and Rickard, Zepeda, Johnston. Festa back in the team. So we saw Rickard take a penalty in the Champions League last week, but Festa's on the pitch this week. So I think if they do get a penalty, it probably will be Festa that takes it. And from an Ipswich perspective, Doherty owners, you've got your game up front. It's away from home in a tough game. So you probably wanted it in the first 2 weeks, really, I guess. But there you go. It can happen. He's up front this week.
That's good. Yeah, I think you're going to want him up front if he's in your team this week because based on that Middlesbrough team, I think they could go 3 or 4. I had said earlier on, I think Ipswich could spring a surprise, but based on the side, that they've got a couple of players playing that look a bit dross from what I know, from what Luke was saying in their spaces earlier on. So I think if you have got Doherty, you better be open for a goal, I think, for him to get some decent returns.
Yeah, a tricky one. But of course, even though he's up front, he is a defender in the game, so he's still going to rack up the minus points if they do get battered. So interesting one for Doherty. But there you go. That's how it is. Newcastle versus Bolton. So I think an interesting one for me in this one. So Bernard plays left wing out of position again, even though the first choice left back isn't available. So there was a bit of concern that maybe Bernard would play left back this week, but he's still been preferred in the midfield position. So I think that adds to his appeal sort of even more really than before. That looks pretty tasty. Otherwise, I think that game's pretty much as we'd expect. So we got Tim Sherwood in for the injured Michael Carrick. But otherwise, those lineups are as we expected, I think.
Yeah, I think it could be fairly open as well. We were talking earlier on about someone was asking if Bolton would be defensive in that game, but I think they're pretty similar in terms of their reputation. I think Newcastle might be slightly higher, but I think Bolton will probably play normal in that game. I don't know what you saw in your sims.
Normal for sure. Yeah, Bolton aren't going to be defensive in this game. No.
Yeah. So that's great. That's great for me because I've got Shearer as captain this week. So I'm hoping there's going to be some decent returns from that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it looks another one where there could be goals in it. Neither team are defensive or particularly good. So as I've often said, when you get two teams like that where they're quite close in ability and neither of them are defensive, kind of almost anything can happen.
Just in the chat, is it Nihal Kulkarni? I think he's the one that went Harpal Singh as vice captain, so I'm lucky with that. He says Heskey 7.5 million.
Yep, so foul at 8 then.
Decent. Yeah,
good. Looks good value that. If he's going to play regularly, I like Heskey, especially if they get a run of home games. That could be interesting at some point. Okay, what game are we on now? Norwich versus Sunderland. It'll be interesting what we get from Norwich. Obviously, the first time we've seen them at home attacking So you can see their formation is actually pretty good for a home team attacking. So yeah, let's see what we get from them. But another one where I think pretty much anything can happen. Obviously, Phillips and Arca are a cut above anything that Norwich have got. So it's that balance, isn't it, between the away team's got slightly better quality, but the home team is slightly more aggressive. So it opens up the door for, say, almost anything. So interesting game, that one.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Phillips could get himself straight up in there in the running for Golden Boot really early doors, couldn't he? Yeah,
definitely. I fancy him tonight. I fancy definitely both teams to score in that game. I really fancy. Yeah, I could go. Let's see. Let's see if Norwich can keep their great start going. And then finally, Tottenham versus Manchester United. So Clark again playing left back, 4.0 defender, starts 3 games out of 3. Really interesting. So Ziege playing in midfield again. So I think, I assume Clark's priced so low because we probably expected Ziege to play left back and Fortune to play ahead of him. But obviously we've got Fortune on the bench. Clark's playing left back again and Ziege's playing in midfield. So along with Danny Mills, Clark looks an interesting 4.0 option.
Is Ziege down as a midfielder this year? Is that right, or is he still as a defender?
I can't remember.
Anyone know in the chat? That'd be worth knowing. I've got a suspicion he might be a midfielder this year, but that could be interesting going forward. But I think in terms of defence as a 4 million player, I think even though he's not been selected today, someone like Rufus, I think, will be better. Better value going forward then.
Oh definitely, agree. Agree 100%. And there is always that danger that if he is, he does play left back. But and then from a Manchester United perspective, really strong lineup. Roy Keane in the team. I think it's quite interesting. I wondered based on the prices, I wondered whether Roy Keane would be in the team this year, whether Nedved would play centrally with Giggs on the left. But again, we've got another game where Keane starts in central midfield. It's Nedved on the left and Giggs is benched. So that's quite interesting. But yeah, strong lineup from Man United in an away game, as you'd expect. To Andy Martin in the chat saying like Ziege is classed as a midfielder. Okay,
just having a bit of a mess around with my my iPad. Much apologies.
No worries.
Here we go. That's better.
Okay, so that's the rundown of our teams. Of the teams in the fixtures we've got. Should we have a quick look at myself and Benno's team's captain and see what we're cheering on tonight? So yeah, a bit of a difference. Different captains. You've got Ian Hart. Your punts come off.
Definitely.
You Lucas Neal off the bench for Rufus. That's not the end of the world, is it? You probably would have expected a clean sheet from Rufus, but at least you've got Neal in a fairly attacking sort of Blackburn formation. So that's not the end of the world, is it?
No, well chuffed. I think it's decent. Really looking forward to it. I think Hart was. I earmarked Hart for vice captain throughout the whole of these first 4 weeks, knowing that I was going to wild card in 5, and that if he was a total letdown, then at least I knew I was wild carding. And just hoping that he was going to be playing games, because Ian Hart's got a ceiling of 20 points in home games, really. So I'm just hoping it's one of them weeks. A couple of penalties, that'd be great.
Yeah, it could be. The kicker for me is obviously Jeffers on the bench. That's a bit annoying, but yeah, hopefully he gets half hour or something, and we'll see. The big decision for me this week was, do I hit out Pedersen for Robbie Keane? But that Bradford fixture next week, I thought I should probably stick on it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, Gardner and Pedersen away at Newcastle. I'm hoping for a bit of an upset there, really. Whereas you're bang on the home win, aren't you, with Shearer and Dyer? So that's probably where our big conflict is tonight. Is that Newcastle Bolton game, isn't it? So one of us is going to be happy, and one of us the other not, probably, with that fixture.
Yeah, unless it's a 4-4 draw with a lot of attacking returns. Let's hope it's that. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Good fun.
If we get, I suppose we could get a 3-3, and then everybody's happy. We've both got Tariko's second bench, obviously a defender away from home, but both of us have also got a Middlesbrough defender, so we're both in danger of Tariko actually doing something this week, aren't we? And then it wipes out our Middlesbrough clean sheet, and then we've got him on the bench.
I think there's a few. I think Luke as well. He's in the chat. He's got exactly the same. He's got double Borough defence, same as me. So yeah, we're hoping for Tariko to just do nothing today.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, what are we? 7 minutes from kickoff. Let's have a look. Have we got some ownership stats? Is that ticking through?
Yeah, I've seen some ownership. It's ticking through at the minute. I think Ruud is actually quite low. I think I'm going to just make a guess. I think it's at 39%, or maybe it's 59%. But on Ruud, I think he could be a really interesting captain this week. I think captain's quite spread this week, so we'll have to have a look when it comes around. But he could obviously just be someone that smashes it this week for people who've got him still holding him. We'll have to see. Defensive ownership at Ahigog's 49%. Midfield ownership for on. The whipping through now. He's whipping through him. Oh, he's pulling back for me. So Ahigog, Southgate, Reese are all at 40 odd. Rufus at 26%, so that's disappointing for owners. Hart at 25. Mids have come through, 47 for Varane. Hendry at 31, so we're quite a few people on him. I've got him. Who else? Carrick at 28. Pedersen 18. Hoekstra at 18. Gerrard 17. Cepeda 15. Yeah, there we go. 39% for Ruud van Nistelooy.
That's still big, isn't it?
It's big, but when you consider that it was like 80% continually for the entirety of season 2, it's about as low as you're going to see it, isn't it? Really, I think throughout the whole season.
It's not a patch on last season, but there is that big split with Van Nistelrooy and Ruud, aren't they? They're like almost sort of the same ownership. It's really, really split. Now a handful of people with both of them. But yeah, it'd be interesting how many of that 39% have captained him this week, or whether they've got a Leeds forward or a Borough forward that they've gone for instead. As you say, Van Nistelrooy captainers could be a nice differential this week, for sure. Right.
I think Angel will be popular as well. Shearer, Lawson will be very popular. So it's going to be interesting. I think there'll be quite a lurch in scores this week. Is my guess.
Yeah, someone said Eric in the chat saying Robbie Keane ownership. So it wasn't on the first page, was it? I don't think so. Low.
Yeah.
Low ownership for Robbie Keane. Didn't make the graphics. So yeah, Robbie Keane captainers. I mean,
12.3%. It's come up as
12.3%.
Yeah, I was really tempted to cap him, but I just took a risk on vice capping Hart in this, and then getting Viduka out for Shearer. I had Robbie Keane as my emergency captain in case Hart was a no-show. So yeah, so we'll have to see. So hopefully it'll be Hart over Keane in terms of amount of returns tonight.
Yeah.
In the chat, Ronarid 9 says, "Evening, you cold, Benno." No, I'm not cold. This is just. I'm telling you now. Craig told me, said you're not allowed on the stream unless you put a shirt and a tie on and a hat. So that's what I'm doing. This is all I can find.
You're looking sharp, mate. Ryan Nurse, RVN captain, a nice differential is not a sentence I thought I'd hear, but yeah, I think that's credit for the guys on the way they've priced the game this year. They've made it really, really interesting. So yeah, Ruud ownership is not a default, and Ruud owners can actually celebrate Ruud goals and things like that. I think he's been priced like just right, really. So yeah, it's not a sentence we thought we'd hear, but I think it's a good thing for the game for sure.
If you look at the ownership, I think like Angel's, they're all up there. Angel 20, Shearer 20, Ruud 39. So based on that, you would expect that it could be I don't know what the figure is. It could be as little as less than 20%, 15% captaincy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for about 15% captaincy on Ruud tonight, which is just unheard of in this game. So maybe if captain can find, or someone can find that out by the end, that'd be really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I think. Well, I mean, I don't own him, but it's one of those, like, if you own him, do you feel you have to captain him because he is so expensive, or do you just look at that Leeds game and think, oh no, I've got to go with that? But yeah, it's really, really spread. As you say, like Keane's ownership is quite low, really, lower than I expected. I thought a lot of people would, with the leak, would say, right, Robbie Keane in, but it's not quite happened like that.
So Nihal Kulkarni's dropped on there. He said, Ruud van Nistelooy is my emergency captain. So now Harple is out. Will Ruud van Nistelooy become vice captain? Is Harple on the bench? If Harple isn't on the bench and doesn't come on at all, then basically you've got Ruud van Nistelooy as your vice captain. So that's a touch if that's the case.
Yes, if he had Harple as vice, then that's what will happen. I assume he would. He wouldn't have captained Harple, I suppose. But yeah, so the emergency will replace whatever's missing, basically. Yeah. So if your captain's missing, your emergency will become the captain. If your vice,
assuming he doesn't come on from the bench, though, that needs to be added as well. So
yes, of course,
so Nihal, if he's not on the bench, you're laughing. You've got Ruud van Nistelooy as your vice.
Yeah, so that's not a bad result, is it? Teach mode in the chat. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. We're doing our best. We're doing our best to fill your boots. It's not an easy job, but nice to see you in the chat, mate. Good luck with the game week. Opening score at Lee Hendry, 4 minutes. Yeah, a minute to go, Benno. Let's have a quick one. First goal.
Right, okay. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go for Shearer. I'm going to go for Alan Shearer, first goal, 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to back myself this week. The first couple of weeks I've gone with someone I don't own, but I'm going to back myself this week. Henrik Larsson, 7th minute.
Okay.
So there we go. We've both backed our own player there, haven't we? I think me and Craig have avoided doing that the first 2 weeks, but that's going out the window now. We're all in on our own teams. Peter Crouch, 5 minutes. Larsson, 4 minutes.
Yeah. Someone at Watford. Thank you very much, FPL Teach Mode, for that kind words.
Larsson captain and Dublin vice. Yeah. So yeah,
I should have gone Villa, shouldn't I? Should have gone Dublin.
Villa keen to get the early goal. Bradford come out with attacking formation.
Oh my God, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath there.
No, I didn't expect to see that.
No.
Blackburn seemed keen to get the early goal. Coventry, at home, set out to attack. Leeds push forward in numbers, as expected. Watford men behind the ball, as expected.
Yeah, so that Leeds would do what they normally do and only score all the goals in the second half.
Yeah, Liverpool attacking. Man City start positively as the home team.
Okay, that could be good for someone like Henry, who tends to be really good in those counter-attacking type player, isn't he? Against attacking teams away from home.
So Arsenal there were also on attack, so that's going to be another ding-dong early doors. Newcastle setting.
Come on, Shearer. Come on, Shearer.
Norwich keen to get the early goal. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Tottenham set out to attack. Man United start positively.
Yeah.
This is attack.
It's looking good for goals tonight, guys. It's looking good.
This is what we want. This is what we want. And Man City first to attack. Ticking off poor clearance. Man City positive start. Flitcroft. So Darren from Man on Team, who transferred in Flitcroft this week.
Oh my God! Jermaine Wright's on an absolute tear.
On a tear. 3 from 3 for Jermaine Wright. City screaming out of the box. Arsenal again cannot keep a clean sheet. Jermaine Wright goal. Gary Flitcroft. Congratulations, Darren, if you're watching. I don't know where you pulled that transfer from at about 6:20 this evening, but he's got an assist.
Jermaine Wright is at a really awkward price point. I think he's 6 million. And I think in the first season, second season, it was like 5 million. And all the simming that I was doing, he was looking really good. Worth it. So he's looking good. Looking good for 6 million if you can fit him in.
Lucas Neal.
Lucas Neal on set pieces, that's good to see.
Yeah, definitely. Taking a corner there. Early action from Ellen Road. David Batty in the team, playing it to Larsson. Ian Hart in the mix. Ooh, save that, Matt. See this. Ball comes to Keane. Keane sets up Hart. Here it comes. Great chance for Hart. Goal, Ian Hart.
Patience paid off. I've always backed Ian Hart. Everyone will know in Discord that I've always been a big admirer of Ian Hart. Do you know what my team name is, by the way?
No, I don't.
Ian Hart can smoke my 3-incher. So I might have to change that after tonight.
Wow.
Come on.
What a big goal for people on the Leeds treble up. Lots of people with Hart and Keane. Oh, excellent start for Leeds. Let's hope that's not the end of it.
Was that a Keane assist as well?
Robbie Keane assist, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm flying. Let's go.
Rickard down for Marinelli. Marinelli half volley is our first half volley of the night, but well held by Brannigan. Wow, that's settled a few people down, that has, hasn't it? I think for sure.
That's good.
Or
can only go downhill from now on, surely.
Or something wild anyway, or something wild rather than calm them down. Norwich, bit of attacking flair there.
That's why they didn't leak Hart as editor.
Yeah, I mean,
Hart vice captain, Keane captain, Hart vice captain from David H. Loving it.
Yellow card at Anfield. Have a guess. Yellow card for Sammy Hippier. Early yellow for Hippier there.
He loves an early
yellow. He does, doesn't he? But yeah, I think I'm not sure. Obviously, we had the leak in game week 1 that Hippier was out, so I think there's not so many owners of him as there could have been. But march on. Norwich again on front foot. Norwich pushing hard early on.
Well, it's all action so far. It's good. It's what we want.
Is good. First action from White Hart Lane. So it looks like Man United on the attack. Dwight York. York hard and low.
Ooh.
Rooney lets it free. That line has come up a few times in the first couple of weeks, I fancy.
It's quite strange, isn't it? He's unleashed the shot. Serenely lets it run free, like it's dribbled past him, and then someone just collects it from behind him. Bizarre. It's like the whole getting flag for offside after taking on 5 players.
Perez turned by one shot.
Here we go. One shot.
One shot's taken on both wingers now. One shot.
One
shot.
Oh, what man! That's a good one for.
Wow, City 2-0. Big goal for.
Luca came second in overall, didn't he, last week with his free hit?
Yeah,
I think he was on a free hit. He's gone one shot, so he's absolutely smashing it. He's got to be an early favourite for winning it again.
Big goal that I think Craig was debating one shot as well, because obviously they've got Norwich at home next week. So
yeah.
If you bought him in for those 2 home games, you're already up and running. Yeah, really nice signing. Here comes Rodney Wallace, deflects off Holt. Maddison on attack. Wow, Arsenal, they're just so bad at the back, aren't they?
That's insane. Thank you, Nis Godfrey. Love this Benjo guy. That's good. Thank you very much. Arsenal defenders mudded. 1 shot, 1 goal. Get in. Ian Hart, my God, let's go. Everyone's loving it. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people in the chat are.
Yeah. Wenger out. Yeah, you don't see that very often, but it's not a great start, is it? Gavin McCann comes Sunderland on the attack. It's a bit of a ding dong this one. Here comes Kevin Phillips. Well over.
Well.
Preston McLeese in the chat. 2 out of 2 on my transfers this week. That's what you like to see. As in, transfers deliver early. Settles you down, doesn't it, when that happens?
Good work.
More Wenger out shouts. I don't know. I can't see it. Maybe
he'll go, but it'll take another 15, 16 years.
John Eustace in the book there. FPL Boyo, Hart Vice, Keane captain, perfect start. Yeah, that's lovely. That is. Angel, let's go. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either.
That's another thing we mentioned as well. Dewberry's played 2 games in a row for Leeds, hasn't he? So that's quite interesting as well, because you put him down as
Oh, Kuehl, not a long pause. Oh, Harry Kuehl, 2-0.
Was that a Dewberry assist?
Full of confidence in his favourite position. 2-0 leads already. Watford started to attack more, that won't help them. That won't help them.
Who assisted that? Was that from a Dewberry long ball?
Yeah, I think it might have been. Dewberry was definitely in the mix there.
That's really, so like I say, he really ought to be fourth choice centre back. So I think he's played instead of Woodgate, unless there's been an injury. But that could be really, really interesting. I think he might be 5 million.
Or Batty assist it was in the end, David Batty.
Right. But even so, he could be good if he's going to end up playing 20 plus games.
Here comes Hadji. Goal Villa. Mustafa Hadji. Another popular pick.
Word.
Third goal of the season already for Mustafa Hadji. Yeah, that Hadji Henry debate. I mean, Hadji's winning that at the moment by a long way. Yeah.
That's my first little disappointing return there from what's gone on.
Alan Thompson with the assist.
Well, there'll be goals in that game if they're continuing to play attacking Bradford or whatever they were doing. There's going to be goals in that.
Yeah, definitely. Henry with a free kick there that came to nothing. One shot now on the attack for Man City. One shot. One shot.
Oh my word! He's going to be flagged off.
One shot's taken on the whole team again. Slide tackle Perez, nearly another wonder goal.
Wow.
The positions these players turn up in, like, it doesn't make like any sense.
We love it. We love this game. It's great. But I tell you what, Luke's got a sixth sense for this game. He really has. He's been bigging up one shop all week. So whoever's gone one shop, they're laughing so far.
Veron down for Van Nistelrooy. Clark gets a foot in.
£4 million Clark.
Man United. Chadwick taking the corners. Van Nistelrooy wins the header. Could this be goal Van Nistelrooy? Goal Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
Who else? Ruud van Nistelrooy with a bullet header from a Luke Chadwick corner. I think that was.
I think that's a potentially really good goal for anyone that's not on that kind of free hit to wildcard 5 strategy, because they've probably picked him straight away, and they're probably going toe to toe with people who are using 2 chips. So anyone who's on Ruud, it's a pretty sensible thing to do. Anyone on Ruud captain tonight probably laughing.
Big goal, Nolan. A good start to the season from him, but over the bar.
Wow. Neil Kulkarni's loving it now with his vice captain Ruud scoring for him.
The end. It's difficult. It's difficult to go without him, isn't it? Especially when this starts happening. It you start to question as a non-only. Goal for Libra, goal for Sunderland, Libra. So he was shouted as a good budget pick.
In fact, in our sims that do with the lads Ron Arid, Carl Deakin, and Pete Marmalade Forest. I'm not sure who did the Sunderland game this week, but Libra was the top scoring player for Sunderland, which is quite reassuring actually for our sims going forward.
Yeah,
that he's returned straight away. That's good. Come on, Shearer.
Come down and Shearer. I mean, you're absolutely flying. If Shearer,
I don't really want him crossing into Gardner, though, do I?
Towards Dyer into the box. Goal!
Well.
Newcastle off and running. Wow! Goals everywhere. Wow! Big goal. Again, Gardner with the assist.
Oh man, what's Shearer doing out on the wing? He needs to be.
Yeah, that should have been the other way.
I'll take it all day. Right, what we got? We got 8 goals in 11 minutes.
Rooney beats the ball away from Veron. All action, all United there. I think Craig. So you've got Kieran Dyer, haven't you? So you're flying.
Yeah.
You're flying.
I'm flying, but it's one of those weeks where I could end up with a shitload of returns. But if all these captain shouts score and Shearer does nothing, it could end up, being behind the pack. It's quite weird, this game, in terms that you don't really know until you know right at the end if you've done particularly well. Ruud scored. Obviously, we haven't got anyone. Keane's got a return. He'll be highly capped. One shot potentially. So we'll see.
Here comes Sunderland again. Gary Teal. Another chance for Libra.
Oh my God.
Brace for Libra.
Oh
goal.
my God, Libra.
Brace for Libra. Carbon copy goal. Libra with a point to prove.
We're laughing. I'm not. if you're in the chat, guys, shout out which of us did the Sunderland data this week, because that's quite interesting.
Pepsol, isn't it lucky this week isn't a goal drinking game stream? Yeah, we've been
absolutely smashed
already.
Yeah.
I saw Andy Martin said before, can I have a return now, please? I'm absolutely with him on that one. none of this really helping me at the moment.
Oh. Ooh. Chance to catch your breath, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It is a bit.
All going off.
Watford on the attack.
Tommy Smith let me down last week. I was punting him out to everyone that he was going to do well.
Yeah, he was my transfer out this week. Good by Watford, better from Watford. But yeah, again, if Watford have gone on the attack, that's only good news for Leeds, in my opinion.
Keen on the volley.
Keen on the volley, just over the bar.
Oh.
But yeah, we see obviously Norwich much more attacking this week than they've been in the first two games, and they've shipped 2 goals. So again, like similar to the point about Watford, that's only going to help Leeds. You know, when these poor sides go on the attack, it can hinder them more than help them sometimes. But
so Pete Carter has told me that we've got 12 goals and 20 in our sims that we when we share a data file, we all work on it together. So that's quite reassuring that he's on the business. Kind of reflects what we had. Oh, Shearer.
Nearer a chance there while you were chatting. I thought that was going to go in while you were going to miss it. 9 goals in 12 minutes. We're heading for 70 goals, and I still haven't.
No, it's gonna calm down inevitably, and we're just going to be like working out what we're trying to say. Someone said, "Where is it now? The real cool kids are the ones on 0 returns," and he's Godfrey.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is true. We're all there. If it's not this week, it's the week after. Dublin,
speculative effort. Goal, Dion Dublin, he's in. Get up those stairs, Dion. I think that was an Angel flick on. We'll see that in a minute. Our Pexad in no man's land. So that was from an Pexad clearance as well, I think. So bad little spell for him. Dubious assist. Oh, no assist.
No assist awarded. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, if anyone's gone Dublin, I absolutely buzz off you. I wish I was on Dublin tonight. I really do. I just couldn't do it. It would have been a -4 to get Angel out for him. So.
What a wind up that was. Angel, come on, guys. Angel flicked that ball on. It was right there in front of us.
So people are putting Angel assist in the chat. Unfortunately not. Oh, man. Yeah. But I'm still happy that Dion Dublin's got the goal, but blank. Never mind.
Here come Barrett again. Plenty of people on Boxic and Rickard. It's a paid across. Boxic out jumps the keeper. Here it comes.
Oh my word.
Boxic in the right place again. Cepeda can read him like a poem. I like that.
This is it, though, isn't it? You've got Boxic now scoring. You've got Ruud scoring. You've got Keane returning. So, yeah, this is going to be a high-scoring week by the looks of things. And if people haven't got returns yet, there's only 17 minutes gone. So anything could happen.
I just hope it doesn't dry out. I got absolutely zipped so far. A lot of goals though. Why no assists? I guess we'll find out on Sunday, I suppose, or full match report. That's going to be the number one question, isn't it, for the Sunday stream? Why didn't Angel get that assist?
Yeah.
Here comes Robbie Keane again. Looks for last. Come on, Henrik. Come on, Henrik.
Eyes onto the ball.
Oh, thank fuck for that. Jesus.
Is he your captain?
He's my captain, yeah.
Nice.
He's my captain. 2 assists for Robbie Keane. So, yeah, fantastic for Robbie Keane captainers. Well, that's
nuts.
A bit of a relief. Yeah, interesting the line there. Leeds looking to slow it down a little, but
yeah, I'm not surprised.
Watford.
I was talking about them scoring all their goals. Like there was a thing last season about Leeds doing a lot of their work in the second half.
Oh, goal! Dwight York scored. I was ruled out. It was ruled out.
There was Leeds was doing a lot of their work in the second half of games last season, but they've just gone to town on them. But yeah, expect nothing in the second half now from Leeds probably. They might score another before half time, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was nothing in the second half. Jess in the box.
Just right, Enkelman. Bradford need to take their chances. Yeah, agree with that.
Jess was another bit of a troll last week. That he was in my free hit team was awful last week. I had Smith and Jess. They did absolutely fuck all. But this week's really playing into the hands of the people that have gone that free hit strategy, because people high on Middlesbrough, people high on Leeds, Aston Villa, they're absolutely smashing it, aren't they?
Ticking off. That's two bookings in a minute there for Arsenal. That's Upson and ticking off both in the book. One drop line up the free kick. Shot that to have taken a deflection off the wall. Well, that's interesting. One drop taking a free kick over Tiato.
I've got quite a lot of returns already. Here we go.
Lucas Neal. I'll take something from Lucas Neal. Will be good here. Ludvigsson unleashed a volley. Save Elaforopoulos. Headed by Brian. Picked up by Taylor.
Neal floated it
across. Headed by Berg. Janssen climbed above McAteer. It's falling to everybody. Bit of pinball going on there, I think.
Oh, it's in.
It's a goal. Nothing weird could do about that. It'll go down as an own goal.
Nasty.
Blackburn in front.
Was that an Antonelius assist there?
There was all sorts of people involved there. Yeah, Anthony Nealis.
It's one of those though. Like I've seemed to have got quite a lot of returns, but I'm already starting to worry about thinking I need my captain to do something. With Larson scoring, Ruud scoring, even for yourself now you've got a captain return. It's
I feel a bit better. Here's Gary Doherty playing up front this week.
Yeah,
Crossley holds the ball. Yellow card for Marcus Stewart.
Eamon Fazeli, Angel and Shearer, your turn, please, fellas. Yeah, I'm go with that.
Boxic. Oh, sorry. I thought Boxic was going to score again there. Save from Brannigan.
No, go for it. Cole, a weary David, puts it in his own net. Very good. Coleman again with his puns.
Trove looks like Norwich are better away. Yeah, so as we just mentioned, I mean, when these poor teams try and attack, sometimes it's not really in their interest. So yeah, it can happen. It can happen that way.
Yeah, Janssen has been a bit disappointing so far, hasn't he? He does seem to be getting a lot of chances and not really doing a lot. So forever QPR FPL says Janssen just can't get a return, no matter how involved he is. Yeah,
feels a bit like that, doesn't it?
He was in my free hit again. He was another disappointing player in my free hit last week.
Marchant, he's had lots of mentions in the first few weeks. That Marchant.
Yeah.
FPL Sky Blues, come on City, need my strikers score. Henry, Hughes, and Crouch. Yeah, I still fancy all of those. They're still well in it. Come Tottenham on the attack. Could really do without Tottenham scoring. Just over the bar. Yeah, so my sort of mitigation against the Ruud van Nistelooy is double Man United defence. So now he's scored, I really need them to keep a clean sheet, and then it's not so bad. But
I don't want to tempt fate in case we have a rubbish second half. But I think our record is 39 goals. So let's hope we put that under pressure this week. That would be lovely.
Wally to Pedersen. Ooh, that would have been nice as well. Another corner from Wally. Wallace this time. Given makes the save.
DeVos.
Rebound, they're still on the attack.
Is
DeVos
there?
to apply the finish. Goal for Bolton. Jason DeVos, the centre-back. Given should have done better. Wow, he'll be on for a haul now, DeVos. I think that it's good for the bonus points, although he has conceded already, of course. But
yeah, I mean, some people are still like saying they haven't got any returns, and people wondering why. But again, I think it's really playing into the hands so far of those people that were on the free hit strategy, and they've basically got the same team as they had in game week 1. Or close to.
yeah, definitely. Rodder's assist, no, so it's come back off the keeper, David. So no assist when it comes back off the keeper in this game.
Hedman, very good. If you've got in goal, I've got Hedman in goal. I think lots of people have got Hedman in goal, haven't they?
Yeah, I've got Serini, so I think he looks like he's made a couple of saves already, which yeah, sort of hoping he can get away with like maybe 3 points would be fine.
They seem to be the 2 most popular defenders from the people I've listened to and things like that. Here we go, off to Villa Park.
Is it Angel or is it Dublin? Is it
Dublin? It's a Dublin penalty.
Or it's Bradford on the attack. Jess in the error. Barry jumped unfairly with Jess.
It's a
penalty to Bradford.
Okay,
Wow, Gareth Barry gives away a penalty. Ian Jess takes it. Goal, Bradford.
Yeah.
So again, another week where, you know, a home clean sheet wipeout, you know, not really fancy. This happened.
This was the game that I ran this week on Sims, and it was quite entertaining actually. I think it was about 2-1 on average. And there was a couple of 5-3s in it. Well, there was a 5-3 in there, and some decent high scoring games, as well as some fairly routine wins for Villa as well. But so I put this down as quite an entertaining game on Twitter this week.
Nice. Oh, so many goals. Leeds back in it. Tommy Smith, he's gonna score.
Yeah, well, Jess has just scored, so yeah. Tommy Smith's gonna score now, isn't he?
Watford aren't giving up, but I think
that bodes well for more Leeds goals, really, doesn't it? If they're still playing attacking or normal or whatever they perhaps change to.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to crack open my my bottle of Prosecco.
Oh, for Dublin
scoring. I did say that if Dublin scored, I would crack it open.
Go for it.
I'm having to put it close to the camera to make it look like an actual normal size bottle, but really it's just a tiny bottle. So I'm going to crack that open in a minute when I finish this beer. Ryan says, "I love this game so much, man. FPL can never compare."
No, you don't get 10 games going on at once with all these goals in FPL, do you?
No. No dodgy COVID postponements either.
Another chance for Boxic. On for the brace. All long pause. Behind the goal.
Yeah.
Love it,
so
Captain.
It's always in the game that long pause is a sure sign that they've onion bagged it, but not in this. FPL Glasgow. This is more like the ChampMan we know and love. Do we now blame Craig for slow starts in the last 2 weeks?
I wouldn't say that. Libra on a hat-trick. Or another long pause.
Oh.
He's teasing us. Mercer could only parry it.
Well, I don't know because, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's this combination because, you know, Craig's not wearing the right hat and tie for goals. Maybe it's this. And this is the last wore this at my wedding. In fact, that's the only time I've ever worn it. And I'm wearing it now, so you know.
That seems fitting. Wedding, then this.
That's it. Yeah,
that's fairly close.
A fitting time to rewear the tie. You know.
Fairly close on the happy memories stake. Your wedding day and the first time you did the ChampMan live stream.
Yeah, that's it.
Liverpool on the attack now. Not seen much from this game so far, as expected. Heskey in the box. Looks like good play from Heskey. Kudachini save. Starting to liven up at last.
If there's one game that's going to let us down for goals, it's that one, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And Colm's back on form in the chat with his puns. I saw a Headman pun before, begging you for Mercer with these pauses, Captain, after that Mercer save from Libra.
Oh, God, Hadji for a brace here.
Hadji, great opportunity. Goal!
Wow.
Hadji again. What's that? 4-3.
4-3.
Bradford falling apart. Villa dropped the pace a little. That's not good. That's not good news.
Yeah, it's not good news, is it? I mean, nothing from Hendry, nothing from Angel. Gutted.
Parler, that's 3 Arsenal players on a yellow card now, I think.
The season keeper, someone wake up Alan Shearer, yeah.
One shot heads down for Svensson in some space. Goal, 3-0, Man City. What are Arsenal doing? Sinking without a trace.
Joe Finley Bad has got Hadji as vice captain.
Wow.
That's an out there punt, but fair play. I mean, there's a lot of data this week suggesting that the wingers and midfielders were doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's an assist for one shot. Goal and assist for one shot. Noel Williams replaces the injured Ferrer, another defensive injury for Watford. So that's a right back on for a forward. So not sure what they're up to. But could be good news for Leeds. Another save for Given.
Come on, Shearer. Angel captain not looking good for me, says near Shatner.
No.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's not a bad pick, though, is it? You know, Villa against the promoted side and 3-1 up. It's just unlucky.
Definitely, yeah. Angel's my vice, but I mean, Bradford are terrible. There could be more goals, but
yeah.
Biscan, Kudachini, another save for Kudachini. Chelsea, this will be a rare attack for Chelsea. Can they make the most of it? Force out one-on-one with the keeper. They're not going to get many chances like this. Is he going to score it? Save.
Oh, what a save that was. One-on-one, top corner shot. Tips it over the bar. You don't see that every day, do you?
All clean over the bar. Hippier did enough to put him off. So yeah, anybody with Liverpool defenders, that's quite a big moment because they're only going to get probably 3 or 4 moments like that in the game. So yeah, that one goes safe. Variance between Hadji and Hendry is insane. Yeah, absolutely is. But you know, maybe we could get a spell where it goes the other way and Hendry is better.
Yeah.
And like form isn't really a thing in this game either, so it could easily just flip around the other way in another period. So
you can't go wrong with just picking one. They'll come with some returns every season. I'd back Hendry to get like 15 returns. Problem with the shots. Ooh. Yeah, I would back Hendry to be decent at his price throughout the whole season.
It is only game week 3. We do have to remember that.
Yeah. He's a bit of a darling for me and Deakin last season, and Hendry, if he's in the chat, he knows. I pretty much had him all season. He was probably the player I played the most last year.
Yeah, he was great value last season for sure. Sean Thorpe, FF Thinker, transferred in my captain pick this week, and I ended up doubling down on him. I'll get my coat. I didn't realise that was a pun before I started reading it. He's taking on Colm. Where the fuck is Dudek? Yeah, I suppose we didn't mention that at the start, but yeah, Kirkland's in goal. Was it Kirkland
really?
in goal to Dudek? But,
Headman with a couple of saves. That's good to see.
Yeah.
Oh, great stuff. There you go. That's a save point there, just within a minute or so.
Teach me, is Jeffers on the bench? Yes, he is on the bench, mate. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't get on at some point. Wide from Sturridge in that game. That game's, yeah, low.
I can't imagine Arsenal are going to do damage limitation in this game. I mean, I'm not quite sure how the game works in terms of that, but surely they're not going to, you know, tighten up. They're probably going to keep going for it, surely, to try and turn that around.
I would think so. Biscam finds Owen. Owen, great opportunity, sends it wide. Superb from Liverpool. Yeah, Headman save point tick and Martyn. So yeah, I think that's tick through now.
Not sure how many goals we had. Oh, here we go. Johnson cross Boxic again.
Another header from Boxic. Another pause from captain. Brannigan saves it.
Boxic, yeah, that's loads of chances for Boxic already.
Oh, he could have had a hat trick, couldn't he, already?
How many goals did we have last week? We got 17 already this in 34 minutes. I'm sure there was just kind of low 20s last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't loads. I think we went 20 minutes in the second half without a goal last week.
I think the game deserves a week like this, though. It's particularly early doors, within the first few weeks. I think it's great. Oh, Ramberg, Bolton are in black now all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's confused by that. Danny Griffin, another book, a fourth yellow in 3 games, results in free kick, given fists the ball away. Yeah, Griffin, liability so far. Come on, Pedersen. It's Ramberg that gets on the end of it. Goal, Ramberg. 2-1 Bolton. Gareth Wally with the assist. So if Jeffers doesn't get on, he will be my first sub, Gareth Wally. So I kind of don't mind if Jeffers doesn't get on now, really. Yeah, Newcastle poor at the back there. You can't really trust them defensively at all. Not very good.
No. I think there's more goals than that, though. I'm hoping so. Shearer needs to step up.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle as a home team are going to keep going for that, obviously, aren't they? So, yeah, definitely potentially more goals than that. Neil turns nicely on the ball. Overhit pass. What's a goal? He's overhit it straight into the net. Blue goal from Neil. Yeah, I'll take that all day.
Oh my god!
Wow! Wow! What a stroke of luck!
Not an overhit cross, just an overhit pass.
Overhit pass, yeah. The keeper. Yeah. What's the keeper doing? Oh, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Lucas Neal. Selakovic, Davis, here's another half volley over the bar. So again, Tottenham on the attack. Popular goal that Lucas Neal, yeah, it will be definitely. Flucas Neal.
Yeah.
Not bothered. Give me those points.
I wonder how many people have had Neal off the bench. Put it in the chat if you've had him off the bench because you missed the player. Because that's me and you, isn't it, Martyn, this week?
Well, I started him.
You started him? Okay. So anyone who's had him off the bench?
I started him, and Gareth Wally's my first sub. So if Jeffers doesn't get on, then I'll get that Wally assist. But I think Jeffers will get on. I can't see why he won't really. But unless because they're 3-0 down, they just give up. I don't know. But
the real G started him, says David Stram. Okay. That's a good point. Rory's put Neil first on the bench if Rufus stays put. So
yeah,
I didn't see that Rufus was on the bench. So yeah, I can't really celebrate that return yet until we know he's not coming on. He'll probably come on for Dion Dublin after he bloody goes off.
Save from Barthez. Don't get too many of them. I could do without all these Tottenham attacks. Ziga chips Barthez. No.
Oof. Saved in style.
Really need that clean sheet. That would be good. Neil off the bench for Risa. Nice result. Ooh.
Ben Graham just joined the stream. Said Robbie Keane, who were transferred in and made vice captain, has 2 assists, but the rest have done naffle yet. It's a long way to go. It just feels like it's going to be one of them game weeks with more and more goals in it.
Yeah, definitely. Bartes, any saves in style? There's no commentary. We've had no commentary for about 30 seconds now. What's going on? Pauses are superb. Yeah, agree. Really like the pauses on the chances.
Time to get your breath.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'll say we'll have another 2 goals before half time, I reckon.
Okay. I'm going 4.
4.
Yeah, I'm going 4. This is just the calm before the storm. You know, we've got plenty of time. We've got 6 minutes yet.
Come on, Phillips. Yeah, Lever's outdoing him at the moment, but Norwich will probably keep knocking on the door there. Here come Liverpool again. Jink pass, Babiaro. Berger finds Owen. Another chance for Owen.
Ooh.
Couple of chances he's had now. Closed down well by Terry. Liverpool pushing hard.
There's no place I'd rather be on a Thursday night.
Thursday night. No, I'm with you there, George.
It's good stuff. Although I've been banished to the conservatory to fucking freezing in here. The heating's off.
Yes.
Because the baby's all the way up the top stairs with my wife, so I've been relegated to down here. So
I think that's another condition. I think that's another condition of being on the street and sitting in your conservatory, and at least one of us has got to do that. Wear a tie and wear a hat. So anyone out there that can fulfil that criteria of doing it in your conservatory with a hat and tie on, I think you've got a chance.
Carboni doing bits here.
Chelsea on the attack. Good Johnson, great form. Is he going to score again? Another header. Another headed goal for Good Johnson.
He is on fire, isn't he?
He can't stop scoring headers, this guy. What's happened to him?
He's 9.5 million this year. I don't know what he was last year.
I think he was. Yeah, he's around that. I think he might have been maybe 10, but yeah, I mean, he's priced high for a reason.
Chelsea are a really interesting one because if you do like season-long simming, like Liverpool and Chelsea are quite similar in that they don't concede many and they spread their returns a lot across the team. But then you do get these odd seasons where you'll get someone like Good Johnson or just can smash 20 goals, just like any player can from many teams. But because they are Chelsea and they win a lot of games, you can see Good Johnson with like 20 plus goals sometimes. It's
yeah, definitely. Or Forsell, either of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Good Johnson at the moment. So someone said in the chat, I think that's the 5th header he scored this season already, including the European games. So.
Oh man, yeah, I remember in real life when he came to Stoke, I was so excited. It's like, oh yeah, we're getting Good Johnson. He turned up and he was twice the man he used to be. I mean, in terms of the size, he was huge, and he was shit as well.
You had a couple of those at Stoke, didn't you, Michael Owen?
Michael Owen. In fact, we've a few of us have got dead teams of former players from teams that used to play with us. Very tenuous, some of mine, because I've got Owen and Good Johnson up front and Crouch as well for Stoke. And first week he came 9th overall. And,
wow.
But yeah, I've had to leave it dead. So
here come Arsenal fighting for pride at the moment. Henry Lance straight shot horribly wide.
That'll be a disappointment to Andy Martin. I think he's
Vesterveld had a miserable half in particular, so he's heading for probably a 3 or 4 pointer at the moment. I would read into that.
Nihal Kulkarni said Bojan was also at Stoke, but it's not the Bojan Jorkic or whatever his name is from Man United.
No, different Bohan.
Yeah, he's probably about 13 at this point. Oh, Tarico better not get any assists.
Yeah, this is the one we both. That's the one we both don't want. Is Tarico contributing to an Ipswich goal?
Come on, Ricard.
Here comes Ricardo. Save Brannigan. So again, Brannigan's played 3 games in a row now. Obviously, he's not as cheap as he was last season, but playing ahead of Pullen, a little bit unexpected. It was Danny Murphy, inches wide. So yeah, quite a big clean sheet wipeout that again for Liverpool. I'd put that in the basket with sort of Arsenal last week, really, in terms of like the odds. It's really gone against it again. Ramberg gets above Elliott. Ramberg with a header, wide goal.
Come on, Newcastle, step it up.
Good to see Gardner involved. I've started Gardner this week as well. Hopefully he'll get one of those games where he has like 25 runs and just pulls like a 10 out of the bag from nowhere. Nihal Festa, let's go. Yeah, on a clean sheet at the moment. If they get a penalty, he'll be on it.
Here we go. Come on. Surely not a hat-trick for Hadji here.
Hadji on a hat-trick, that would be scenes. Well over the bar.
Yeah, we could do a little Hendry Angelis goal from Hendry here at some point. That'll make me feel a little bit more at ease with that game.
I'll take that, definitely. Bradford here. Ward hit the bar. Bradford not giving up. Aston Villa withhold the pressure.
Yeah.
Cracking the first half. So yeah, hopefully they'll come back out like that in the second half, and then there might be more goals in that game.
Yeah, like I say, it seemed I saw 5-3, like 4-2s, and some of the sims that were run on this game by myself.
Are Bradford worse than Reading these days? Nobody. I think we're the form-wise. Reading are the worst team in the country at the moment. Ron Red, you can have that. I'm wearing the shirt sort of out of defiance. Really, we are that shit that you just have to suck it up. And yeah, looking forward to going away to Crewe and places like that next season. I'll come up to Port Vale and we can go for a beer, Benno.
Yeah, well, Crewe's only just down the road from me here where I'm at, and obviously Vale is not too far away either. So yeah, two decent away games for you there if they get relegated next season, assuming Vale get up and Crewe don't go down, because I think they're in danger of both of those things happening.
Yeah.
Well, half time.
45 half time whistle. Wow, what a half. So yeah, wow. Aston Villa 3, Bradford 1, Blackburn 2, Everton 0, Coventry 0, Leicester 0, Leeds 3, Watford 0, Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1, Man City 3, Arsenal 0. What are they up to? Middlesbrough 1, Ipswich 0, Newcastle 1, Bolton 2, Norwich 0, Sunderland 2, Tottenham 0, Man United 1. And I think we're in for a cracking second half. There's a lot of games there where you expect, at least one of the sides are definitely still going to keep attacking, aren't they? And then,
I was just about to say, I think, for sure. I mean, Liverpool Chelsea was always going to be a cagey affair, but now they've gone 1-0 down. They're going to probably go a bit more gung ho. Arsenal surely can't sit back on that. Spurs at home. Norwich at home, Newcastle at home.
They're all going to keep going for it. And
Middlesbrough only 1-0 up.
Yeah, and that can all spell goals for either team when that happens. So, yeah, I mean, Leeds 3, Watford 0 is the one that you might worry, will that game just go dead? But yeah, maybe Villa 3, Bradford 1. But the way the commentary was going, hopefully they'll come back out like that in the second half.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's set up nicely. It's not, sometimes you get first half of goals and you think, oh yeah, we've had some goals, but a lot of those games will probably go dead. But it's not the case this time, I don't think.
No. Ronald says Port Vale are in League Two. Yeah, they are, but I think they do quite well. So I think
Doing all right, I think.
I think
Yeah.
there's quite a lot of hope that they might do a bit of a promotion push this year. So we'll see.
No Carragher, no clean sheet. Yeah, Carragher benched. Yeah.
Oh, Andy Martyn must be gutted. Yeah, Ricardo captain.
It's not
Andre
going well,
vice captain. It just feels like it's one of those things with Borough, isn't it? Like it's either a box each day or a Ricardo day, and they could both end up with like 15 plus goals. But if you're on the wrong one on a given week, it's horrible to watch. You know.
Definitely.
Like, I'm on Ricardo, and
yeah.
I've always preferred him over Boxic. In the main, just from stuff that I've seen on Sims and stuff, and a bit like Andy, like because Boxy's a bit older and he's always knackered and stuff like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the thing with them is you pick one. You unless there's like injury or really low condition or something, you pick your favourite for the season. And when you want a Borough striker, you go with that one, because if you try and flip between them, you run the risk that you get nothing. I suppose you could flip that around as well, and you could always get the week where you're on the right one. But I think the play is just to pick one and go with it, unless there's anything that tells you different. But
some people have gone cold on Varane. Well, the Smiths 1986. Varane, are we selling? No, Varane. Once wildcard comes around in 5, I think Varane's going to be a mainstay in a lot of people's sides.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's a over the season. He's one of those that like week by week sims is not the thing to look at. It's the season long sims. I think Pedersen's another one that falls into that bracket. Like he's in your team because of what he does over a season rather than what he does week by week necessarily.
This is what I really like about the vice captainship this year, because you could have a player like Varane based on what you've said, knowing that he's going to get 20 plus returns throughout the whole season, and just go, you know what, he's going to get that many returns. He's going to vice captain him, perma vice captain, and then you can rotate those strikers. Those home strikers that you're after. Like if Shearer's got a good game, if Larson or Viduka's got a good home game, or even Ruud van Nistelooy if your funds stretch that way. But just having him sitting there as a vice captain, I'm looking at doing something like that myself. I think it could be a nice little tactic.
Yeah, I think Varane's absolutely fine, but it's much more difficult to predict the games that the midfielders are going to bang in. Like the strikers, you can, use the sim data to think, okay, this is the week to be on a striker from this team or that team. It's much harder to do that with midfielders, but over the course of a season.
I think last season there was the little thing about men behind the ball. If a team is very, very defensive against Man United, very much like in real life, you might see some efforts from a bit further out. So shots from outside the box and things like that. So there could be something in that with Varane. If they've got playing a team with ultra defensive, he might be the one to go over instead of Ruud on that particular day.
Yeah. And of course, he takes set pieces, penalties. Like you never really know when those goals are going to come. Like you can't predict what week he's going to get a penalty and what week he's going to score a free kick and all that kind of thing. So he's one for the season data.
Ryan Smith said, just out of curiosity, why would you go Varane over Ruud? I think a lot of it is just kind of bullishness around owning Ruud. I think the first season I didn't have Ruud at all. I went for Ron and York. I looked at it and thought, Varane and York can do the business for the money that they cost together, and that I wouldn't need Ruud. Last season I was a bit different. I had Ruud as and when I needed him, and I had Varane quite a lot. I kind of fancy Dwight York has scored about 5 goals in 2 seasons. That's not going to continue. He's going to do. So I quite like the idea of going Varane and York again. And Varane, he was only about 2 points behind Ruud last season, wasn't he?
Yeah, because of course, as Ronald has rightly pointed out in the chat, of course, he gets a point for a clean sheet. He gets an extra point every time he scores. So, over 38 games, that adds up.
So that's why I just prefer Varane long term than I do Ruud. But again, I think there's certain games where it was like it was not last. Was it week 1 where Ruud went off? It was last week, wasn't it, during the free hit? Is that right? Did he score a brace last week?
He scored a brace last week. Yeah.
So that was a killer. You know, for a lot of people, if he weren't on a free hit and they perhaps didn't have him, but he's great. He's great, isn't he? Yeah, Veron's on pens, Veron's on set pieces. So
yeah, as I say, it's difficult to predict what weeks that, you know, taking free kicks and penalties like pays off. So it'll all come up trumps for him, I'm sure. And it gives you that bit of extra money as well, doesn't it? Like, strikers are so powerful in the game. There's definitely a case for, you know, if you don't have Ruud, you can have 3 other, or certainly 2 other premiums, and then another pretty good striker that you can kind of move around a bit. Whereas if you have Ruud, maybe you're kind of stuck in the kind of Cole Court, Marcus Stewart bracket, and there's not much movement in those positions. So it is a tough call.
Yeah, I mean, you've got players around 8 million, haven't you? Like Angel, even Dublin, Heskey. And if it's the right sim for a player like that, they could easily get the gold boot. You know, they could be the best striker in the game for this particular season. So, and like you said, it's a difference between someone like that and perhaps Kevin Campbell, who again can do well, but like you say, someone who's perhaps a bit cheaper. I just think that rotating your strikers in this game is the way forward. I think you try and maximise on those home games, and perhaps don't be adverse to taking hits. I was taking hits all the time last season. You can rotate a couple of strikers every week on a -4, based on data that you see and things like that. I think it's more than valid in this game because you kind of get those expected returns based on the data, and more often than not, it works out. Look, Libra, this, for instance, for our lot today, he's done what the Sims were suggesting he was going to do. So that just gives you the confidence to take those point hits. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Hits for hauls, definitely viable in this game.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to take my weekly leak. We've got 5 minutes. So you got the proper Craig duties of being with the chat just for a minute, mate.
Very good. So George thought that Veron could be sold this season too. Yeah, there was a big thing about Veron could have been sold in the second season. So anyone who plays the game, there are some kind of common transfers that happen. So players like Beckham can move away in the second season. Veron often goes to like players like, they're often to the same teams as well, so like Juventus. And so it's expected that Veron might go somewhere else this year as well. And also as well, season 3, there's a few things that tend to happen now and again. So Phillips to Arsenal, so look out for that one. That could happen. I really like Tommy Smith. I think if he leaves Watford and goes somewhere else, he could do really well this season as well. But anyone who's played the game will know that these things tend to happen. Boxic as well tends to go as well around now. Shearer can go to various places. I think so. Shearer at Arsenal, Shearer all over the place. So yeah, these things can happen. So anyone who's played the game. Martin must have some bladder. It hasn't leaked since last week, yeah. Juan Belen, Sebastian Veroff. Very good. It's quite interesting as well that the players that are pretty much amazing in this game, that in reality were not that good. So Veron was obviously a prime example of someone who was in real life didn't really do a lot. What other ones, Martin, could you say that pretty much darlings in this game, but in reality didn't do as well as they could have?
I think Jeffers can be one of those. Jeffers can be really, really good. Score 20 goals a season, play for England. That never really happened for him, did it?
No.
What are some others? Yeah, Veron's a really, really good example of that. What else have we got? So I think there's some Middlesbrough players in that bracket. I think Marinelli comes into that bracket, gets really good in this game, but he didn't really make much of an impact at Middlesbrough. Julio Arca can go on and be one of the best players in the world. Like, he can get into the World Player of the Year sort of stakes in this game. But obviously he was a good Premier League player, but he never got to that level, did he?
Jermaine Wright. Someone's put Justin Josselin. Have you ever played the game with Justin Josselin? He's
Always.
Does he start at Northampton? Is that right?
Northampton, yeah. One of my favourite. One of the first like gems I ever discovered when I bought the game was him.
I mean, his tale's a really sad one. I think he's only he's probably about 40 now. He's only about 16 in the game, isn't he? When he starts, he might even be might still be in his 30s, but.
I think he ended up inside, didn't he? Like
he went to jail and stuff.
Some sort of knife crime incident. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. So he's one of those players that you pick up and he's like amazing, and he's kind of a player you pick up and then a few seasons down the line he's like challenging your Shearers or whoever you've got in your team to be that player.
I like to even now. I quite often, not always, because sometimes I can't be asked. But if I start a new save, I'll have like a second manager managing England. And I put Justin Josselin up front from day one and see if I can get him to 100 England goals. And you can get close with it. You really can. Obviously, if you use like a whip-wop tactic, you can do it like easy. But even without that, if you put him in the England team from day one, he will score goals. And yeah, see if you can get him to 100 goals is like a fun sort of side thing to do. Yeah.
Someone's put Cherno Samba. Yeah, Cherno Samba can like go off to AC Milan and all sorts of random places, can't he, in the game? Someone's just put Robinho's just been jailed for 9 years. Fucking hell.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Wow. Ricardo Gardner. Yeah, that's a fair shout. Perhaps he didn't do as well as he could have. There's someone's put Ronald's put Jermaine Wright.
Jermaine Wright, yeah.
And then there's things that go, and also the reverse of that is players like Lampard and Gerrard. So obviously in real life they were absolutely serious players, goal scoring all round midfielders, number 8s. But in this game they just aren't built that way in the game. So a lot of people feel perhaps people never played it before who've got Gerrard and got Lampard are thinking, oh, these are steals. They're just not the same players, are they?
No. But yeah, it does work the other way as well. See, the game obviously massively underrated Wayne Rooney. That's probably the biggest example.
Yeah.
Rooney's terrible in this game,
but I remember playing. I'm old enough to remember the original game. I think, or maybe the 95-96 version. And I used to go around my mate's house after school, and he was a Man United fan, and he would play. And Cambridge United, for some reason, were really good. They had 2 really, really good players, like Mark Collis and somebody else. So if anyone's old enough to have played the original, they might have stumbled across some of those. And in that game, there's a bit of a cheat because he used to play 1-0-10 formation with Chris Sutton at the back on his own, and 10 strikers up front, and they just win every game like ridiculous amounts of goals to nil. So that was my kind of first insight into playing champs, really. What about yourself? Did you play this back in the day, or was it a later version that you stumbled upon?
No, from day one, played it, and the chance for Gravison, that pulls it away. Yeah, the year before this one was probably the first time I started playing Champ, which is also a really nice version of the game.
Is that the version where you had the players on the screen?
No players on the screen in that one. It's basically the same as 0102, but like just not quite there. Like 0102 is like a polished version of 001.
I think it might have been the one before. There was like a pitch in the left hand corner, and you'd have little dots that were moving around, and like they'd hit the ball into the goal and stuff. I think that was perhaps the 97, 98 version of Champs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was my first foray into it, really. And before that, it was like stuff on the PlayStation, like LMA Manager, and there was another one on the PlayStation as well. But yeah, I've played it all the way through. I've played with all the data updates.
Johnson?
You get header by Good Johnson. Oh, by Parry. Yeah, I still play it now with like the data updates and stuff. Like you can download patches that gives you all the current players like in this game. So I still do that now.
Here we go.
Albola, chance to Albola. He's quite good when he does play, but obviously Petit is first choice.
Andy Martin, 97, 98 was his first one.
Yeah.
Omri and Trezeguet from Monaco was elite. Premier Manager 98 on PlayStation, Adam Brown.
Premier Manager, that was the other one, yeah. Zola was like the best player in the world on it, along with Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo. Man City on the attack again. They're not going to score again, are they?
Oof, that would have been another return for one shot.
That would have been. Obviously, Arsenal are only one more goal away, conceded from like minus points, like proper minus points for their defence, isn't it? So.
Oh no. Right, we really need to see who do people want to step up in the second half. So for me, it's Captain Shearer. I've had a pretty good first half, but if you don't get a captain routine, it doesn't feel like a good week, does it?
No. Yeah, I think Shearer for you. So I've had my Larson captain return. It's fairly quiet. Apart from I've had my Lucas Neal goal. I think like a Patterson goal, Gardner assist or something like that would cheer me right up.
Angel and Shearer, yeah, same here.
Angel and Shearer, yeah. Angel's my vice, so that would be good. Crouchy,
yeah.
Henry,
yeah.
yeah.
Angel, yeah. Yeah, Henry Angel goal, assist goal would be great, and just one return from Shearer, and we'll be happy days. I can take Ricardo not doing anything. I think, I need captain return. Come on.
Henry Angel and Bernard, Henry and Hughes.
Ricardo, please, yeah, Ricardo. Oh, keeper change, Mike Taylor. Come on, to replace the keeper.
Interesting. We'll see. Probably a keeper not touching the ball too much situation. Classic Champ, that. Goalkeeper substitution.
Not enough key passes.
Yeah, exactly. Berg and Janssen exchange passes. O'Brien, Ludvigsson.
Beethoven.
Oh, wide of the goal. He's already got an assist, hasn't he? Don't know if anyone owns him, but no mercy for Mercer. Yeah, Andy Teachman in the chat saying Schimmicker keep the clean sheet. So he came on sub, didn't he, for Hendry? So it was that after Newcastle scored. So if he gets to 60 minutes, it will be a clean sheet, won't it? If they don't concede again. So that'll be a nice bit of jam if that happens. Danny Mills 40-yarder. Yeah, okay.
Well, what's happening in this half?
It's not going to be like last week. I think we went 20 minutes last week. That's not happening this time.
So how many people admit to Rage Force quitting a save back in the day after losing a big game and reloading it again? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, everyone's done it.
Of course.
If you say you've never done that, I don't believe you. Like it was probably when you were like a kid, but like you probably wouldn't do it now. But
it's normally like, because I'm often, if I play with Stoke or whatever, they start off in the second tier. So if I want to just get them into the Premier League and then I'll play properly kind of thing, then I'll do it all day long. I'll just get them in the Premier League and then I'll probably allow myself to get battered.
Yeah, definitely done that at Reading. If you lose a playoff final, it's like, oh no, fuck that. Just get to the Premier League. Like, just get to the Premier League, then I'll play properly.
Yeah. Groundhog Day.
The one game I've never been able to bring myself to do it though is the Champions League final. I think if you lose the Champions League
Savage with the banana shots.
Oh, clip the bar and went over. I love the banana shots. So that was a revelation for me last week. The banana shots.
Got what you're saying?
Yeah, I was saying the Champions League final, I think, is the one game where I've never restarted it, because like winning the Champions League is like such a sense of achievement. Like that's the one thing that you can't cheapen, I think.
Oh, is it a penalty?
Ref blew his whistle. Is it going to be penalty to
Oh,
Liverpool?
is Hippier going to be back on the
Hippier
penalty?
should be Hippier on it, won't it? I think Babayaro booked. Liverpool make a couple of changes before they take the penalty.
Well, Murphy was someone who could take a penalty, wasn't it?
Barnby on count. Yeah, it's going to be Hippier, surely.
Yeah.
So he's conceded a goal and he's been booked, but is this his moment? Hippier steps up. Goal,
Yeah.
Liverpool.
There you go.
No mistake from the Finn, so that's not too bad for
And we've
Hippier
started.
owners. Liverpool level, and they'll attack and try and win that game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not let us down, has it? We
No.
0-0, 1-0, binary score in that game, 1-1. You never know what can happen with that game then now.
Coolio in the chat. If I ever have a terrible injury to a key player, I restart. I don't think I've ever done that.
Substitution, this could be doubling day. Oh, please stop, Rufus.
Fresh pair of legs. Sell, replace, Dublin. Well, it's gone off early again.
I think it's time to open my...
He got his goal and he hasn't been re-injured,
yeah,
so...
It's time to open the Prosecco. Even with a proper flute as well.
Is Bergkamp going to score while you're doing that? No, it's wide. "54 minutes and no return," Andy says. He scored, didn't he, Dublin? If you're talking about Dublin, Andy, then he did get the return. He scored.
No, I think he's on about himself. He hasn't got a single return for himself.
Oh, I see. Right. Got it. Right. Okay. I thought you meant Dublin.
On the Prosecco, can't he believe it? Very good. Very good. That's exactly what it is. Steve Hamilton. Come on now, Angel. Hadji for a hat-trick.
On a hat-trick, Hadji sends it wide.
He's been totally anonymous on the other side, haven't they? Are they playing on the other side? Is Angel on the same side as Hendry?
Yeah, sure. I think so. I think he is. Cool.
This will be nice. Another return from Hart.
Nearly another Hart assist there. Colm in the chat saying, "Did Benno just call Martyn a proper flute?" Well, after I introduced you as Chris Moyles, you can call me whatever you like, mate. It's absolutely fine.
That's
absolutely
awesome.
fine.
I mean, I have put about 3 stone on since lockdown, but you know,
he's quite. I haven't seen Chris Moyles for years, to be honest, but he did get himself in shape at one point. That's how I remember him now. He sort of lost loads of weight, didn't he?
So now you're telling me I look like Chris Moyles when he was a fat bastard.
No, I'm saying the opposite. Like, the last I remember of him is he got himself into shape, actually, but it's just the beard. It's just the beard and the hat.
Gerrard 1-2 with Hegem. This is when he's going to score a classic Gerrard goal now. He's going to make it
Benton shot a goal. Long pause over the bar. Yeah, this is where we say, oh, yeah, Gerrard's not like he is in real life in this. And then he score a classic Gerrard goal, yeah.
The Smiths 1986. I was interviewed on Chris Moyles' breakfast once. Why was that?
Yeah, tell us more about that one. Never saw him in a tie and beanie. No. Definitely saw him in beanies.
The postman. Ricard.
And Ricard, is he going to get in the mix? Goal, Ricard. 2-0 Borough. Great cross by the postman.
There you go, Rory. There you go, Andy Martin. You're loving it now. Ricard's in the business.
Charlie Miller off. So that's all four of the Borough boys, really, isn't it? That's Cepeda, box six, Johnson and Rickard have all got something now. Rubens came on for Nolan. Adam Brown, what shirts are behind me? Well, I've got absolutely hundreds of shirts. I just tried to pick out some from the roughly the right era, which I didn't have too many of. But there's a Sunderland away shirt. That's a Reading McAnuff shirt, but we'll see McAnuff plays in this game. There's a Man United shirt from the right year, Man City shirt, England shirt from 2002.
Scored into the near post. Rickard, this could be another one for Rickard.
Oh, nearly 2 in 2 minutes for Rickard.
People buzzing off the goal. Smith's 1986. What did he say? He said, I'm a personal shopper in the toy industry. It was about what I do. Okay. Very nice. Chris Moyles interview about that.
Why has Nolan gone off? Probably low rating, I guess. We'll find out at the end what he was on.
Yeah, this is the pre 60 minutes pain coming in now for some people.
Danger now if you've got any clean sheet defenders. Yeah. It's a big minute for you. See if they stay on the pitch.
Bolton are smashing Newcastle, aren't they?
They are. Ryan Renfrey, has Larsson done anything yet? Yes, Larsson has scored.
I need a Shearer goal just to round this, personally, from a personal perspective. I need a Shearer goal to round this up as a decent week for myself, I think.
Yeah, it feels quite average again for me. I need something else. Gardner cross, Pedersen goal. If I could have anything, I think I'd want that at the moment.
It's one of those though where you might jam like a 10-pointer from a play doing nothing, but getting man of the match or something from key headers one. So maybe
I had that in week one with Roque Jr. Just pulled out 3 bonus from nowhere.
Yeah,
so that can happen. Liverpool back on the attack.
Volley.
He's had some chances, Michael Owen today. Copper willing Owen to do something here. I don't know. Is that from the game or is captain thrown that in? I'm not sure if that's a genuine line of commentary or not. Maybe he's building up to something.
Yeah, I've got some fellow Shearer cappers here, I think.
What's the deal with vice captain? So the captain scores 1.5 points, and then it's rounded down if it's not a round number.
Yeah.
So if it ends up on like 7.5 or something, then it rounds it down.
Yeah. So if your vice captain got 9 points, that would be 13.5 points, wouldn't it? So it'd be rounded down to 13. If it's 10, you get 15. I think it's really good. I really like it. And another point to point out is that your emergency captain is the only one of the 3 selections that can move into the other places. If your captain doesn't play, then the emergency captain goes there. If your vice captain doesn't play, the emergency captain goes there. But if neither of your captains play, then your emergency captain will go to the normal captain. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's definitely the easiest way to think about it. The emergency is the only one that can move.
Yeah, your captain and vice captain are static. Once you've selected them, that's it. If they don't play, you're not getting they don't move around. You're not getting the returns for them.
Or if they both don't play, then the emergency will prioritise the captain, of course.
Oh, here we go, Hendry.
Here he comes towards Angel. Come on, Angel. Turns on the ball, hits it low. Oh.
Felt like a lot of people wanted that goal. Here we go.
I do. Gunnarsson heads clear. Reading legend.
Who was that, Gunnarsson?
Yes.
Yeah, he was at Stoke as well. He was a great player for Stoke as well.
He was in our 106 team, in the team that finished 8th in the Premier League.
We've been a bit light on goals this half so far. We're 22 in total. I think we had 20 in the first half.
Yeah. Couple of for fuck's sakes there. I'm with you. Absolutely with you.
Oof, another injury.
Looks like his knee.
Watford. Is that
Watford
right?
don't have any defensive coverage on the bench. Jeff Pitcher replaced Harrison. So they already bought Noel Williams on for Ferrer earlier. And
this could be interesting. We could, on the face of it, like 3-0 up at half time, you'd expect it to be nothing else coming from there. But Leeds could end up winning 6-0 or something like that. You wouldn't put it past it.
So Watford have got 2 defenders on the pitch now, basically.
Yeah.
It sounds like. Better from Arsenal, but surely it's too late. Yeah, I mean they're not gonna score 3 times.
Well, the teams if they did, wouldn't it? Henry hat-trick. Martyn will be buzzing. Keep calling him Martyn, it's Andy. Andy will be buzzing.
Andy Martyn, yeah. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, another Larson goal. Definitely up for that. Here come Liverpool again. Owen, how many chances does Owen want today? Jeff is off the bench for a hat-trick, but definitely take that all day. Yeah, we'll take that. Middlesbrough sub, Parnaby for Atherton, so that's a straight swap in the fullback position. Abdullah came off for Berkovic, so again, that's a straight swap in central midfield. Clapham on for Craney. Again, that's a straight swap.
You're going to get your full 90 for Doherty, though, so if people have got him, then I think he's still on the pitch, then you've got a chance for a goal from him.
Yeah, Jeffers is going to get on, I imagine. Tottenham. This is what I don't want, is Tottenham attacking. Boy, spam past Nedved, past Chadwick.
Oof.
Oh,
wonder goal! It's a wonder goal. Is that a double clean sheet?
That's a double clean sheet gone for me.
Oh, gutted.
That's what I don't need when Ruud scores, but that's a tough one. I need Veron to score now. But Tottenham 1, Man United 1, Gus Poyet scores. Fucking hell, Man United. Ollie Blake, you're saying, yeah, we're due some clean sheet wipeouts. United, well, there it goes. There goes that one.
Yeah.
Borough and Leeds holding.
I did say early on Spaces, I mean, looks like I was wrong with the Middlesbrough game, but I did say that out of all the upsets that could happen, Spurs and United could be an upset with them playing at home. And there was goals in the Sims for both sides. But you'd expect like a quite heavy goal.
Oh, there's the Arsenal goal. Lundberg goal. That was a Ray Parlour assist. So yeah, probably not. I don't know if anybody's on Man City defence, but that'll encourage Arsenal to go for it. I suppose keep going for it. Yeah, it's always like a clean sheet away from home. You can never bank on it, but it would have been nice. It would have been nice, especially after last week. I only got one out of the 2 of them.
Shane McCarthy saying he's thrown in the towel and on to the next game week. Well, you never know what's going to happen with the bonus roulette at the end. Might save your week a bit. You never know.
Walsh is Villa on the attack with the free kick. How'd you line it up?
Oh, that would be horrible.
Is he going to get steal some Dublin points?
He's landing awkwardly here. It's not looking good. For sell out for the whole season.
Twisted his ankle. So who's going to come on here? Richard Rufus.
Oh, no. That's rubbish.
So Richard Rufus comes on from the bench. The Sell injured.
It's great for
Yeah,
Dublin. It's great for Dublin owners.
good for Dublin. Is he going to get another game? I guess we've got an international break after this game week, right? So we'll just have to see if Balaban is back in the mix.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh man, I've lost that nil return now with Rufus coming on. That's shit. Come on, Shearer.
Rufus. I mean, you never know. He might score a penalty.
The roof
The roof is on fire. Love it. Chance for Everton. Goal, Everton. There's the Blackburn.
We're back in business.
Gone.
He atoned for his own
goal. How often does that happen in real life, though? It's crazy how often that happens, isn't it? Someone scores at both ends of the pitch. Darren Anderton injured. Fresh pair of legs. Fortune replaces Anderton. Man United sub, Giggs on for Nedved, straight swap on the left-hand side.
Danny Mills up front.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what Villa have done there, actually, but I'd like to see it. Angel chance?
Oh, Boateng.
Boateng. Oh, no, not interested. Come on, Pablo. Oh, wide from Angel. Villa still well on top. Still 20 minutes left. Here come Leeds. Free kick to Leeds. That'll be Ian Hart on it.
Come on.
Hart free kick. Into Keane's feet. Oh, God. They're just playing 1-2s from that free kick, are they? Into the 6-yard box. Coolly intercepted the ball.
McPhail taking corners, eh?
McPhail corner. One a challenge against Kuhl. People not happy with Angel in the chat.
Fuck off, Angel. You know what? At this point, I wish it did the -450 on double. It would have been a laugh.
Hughes has been poor today. It's one of those, like, Villa have scored the 3 goals that we expected them to score, but it's so frustrating when you get the goals that you expected, but your player just isn't involved. That can happen.
I mean, we've had game weeks, right, when there's been like 30 plus goals and the average has still been about 40 odd because just random players have been scoring. Yeah. Come on, Shearer.
Hello, Shearer. Here it comes. Goal. Shearer. Well done, mate. Well done.
Get in. Where's the love for Shearer in the chat? Come on.
Get it down, you. You should have drunk that from the bottle, I reckon. 2-2. Oh, they're going to come up. Is it going to be one of these moments where we get 2 and 2? Newcastle turning the screw. I could definitely do with something else now. The Shearer captain has got something.
Yeah. Get in.
Big Al. Yes, give it a clean sheet gone.
Season back on for Billy Hadaway.
Very popular in the chat, that one.
Lawson captain Shearer Vice. That's good. That celebration was pathetic compared to Martyn Benno. Yeah, but he's about 20 years younger than me. Do you know what I mean?
You got your heart to think about.
Yeah. Although we're both newish dads, so fair play to Martyn. I hope he's going all right with his new little. Mr. Dependable, Luke. Yeah, this is what I was speaking to Luke earlier. So no one was talking about Shearer earlier on this week, and
yeah, I think we definitely bigged up Shearer in our pick preview. You know, this is a good looking home game. Like, it's definitely a captain shout.
JJ Benno, we expected more noise. Yeah, but I've got to keep it down. I've got 5-month-old asleep upstairs. Ooh,
Oh, there's Owen's goal. Finally, his 5th attempt. First on target. That's been coming a long time, isn't it? Chelsea pushing forward now. They're behind.
Yeah, there's about 2,000 players.
Where's Chadwick? Oh, Serini lets it run free again. Perry gathers it up.
I love these let him run free shots,
Yeah.
Let's let him go past and let the defenders deal with it, you know?
Yeah. Another save for Serini. He's ticking along with the saves at least.
Hoekstra.
Loads of people will be on everybody's bench, won't he? I think, but
he scored some absolute screamers for Stoke. He really did. If anyone can be asked to go and look on YouTube, he scored some absolute screamers.
Chelsea. Carl's so good at these puns. Chelsea going all out now. Norwich on the attack. Instead of fancy both teams to score in this one. Not quite there. Superb play by Norwich though. Alan Wright casually lofting the ball 60 yards upfield. Yes, I say some of these lines of commentary, you just think like, what are they doing in that position, and what are they doing like performing that action? Antoniolis off for Smith. Joby McAnuff coming again. Trevor Benjamin meets it. Leicester wasteful again. So the McAnuff shirt's been paying dividends so far. He's had his returns in both the first 2 game weeks. Norwich again.
Ooh.
Change for Sunderland. Medina on for McCann. So swapping central midfield. Medina's a good little player. It's a nice sub. Janssen, few in the chat hoping for Janssen and Crouch, to be fair. Here comes Crouch and Holden.
It's in the net, Crouch.
Ben, I think that was that a Crouch assist? I think it might be a Crouch.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I always feel like the boring down on goal. It always looks like always feels like it's going to end up in the back of the net, doesn't it?
Yeah. There you go, Peter Crouch owners.
Crouch, the legend.
Something on the board.
Just thinking what I've got. I've got a double clean sheet from Middlesbrough. I've got a Hart clean sheet. I've got a Rufus 1 point now.
Let's go for Leicester on the attack at Coventry. Benjamin, another chance. Oh, Headman down again. What a game he's having. So Headman owners, again, could be on for another haul there. It's another big 15 minutes for Headman owners.
Oh, yeah, Headman clean sheet. Oh, man, I'm on for a decent week this week. Come on. Make up for my terrible free hit last week. It was utter dog shit.
Oh, Newcastle on the attack again. If you're gonna get another Shearer goal here. Holt shooting goal for Holt. Goal and assist. The man that got sent off in game week 1.
Nice.
He's getting his returns in before his suspension. Amiobi on for Court.
Who was the assistant for that Holt goal?
I'm not sure. He seemed to do it all himself, didn't he? So yeah, it'll be interesting what comes up for that. Neil Maddison. Yeah, Gary Holt redeeming himself after maybe costing them the game in game week 1. Bergkamp goes in and shot over. He's getting hooked soon. Tottenham make a stuff. Slakovic on for Everson. Straight
He's a,
swap up front.
yeah, he's a wasted player in this game. Everson can be a great player in this game.
Ehiel booked. Don't need that. Also Perry.
Not too sure why.
Not sure why. Yeah, not good for the double Man United defence. Ehiel booked. Conceded a goal.
So what do people need then in the last 12 minutes or so? You've got Ruud on one, you've got Shearer on one, you've got Lawson on one return, you've got one shop who's got 2 returns. Henry, people probably want an Henry return. Some people may have capped him. Angel, there's another one, a big one that people want to return.
Definitely.
I think people to win the game week, they're going to want like another Ruud, Shearer return, Lawson return probably.
Oh, here's Echo with a
Here's one
chance.
for you.
Come on, Hugo. Oh, fucking hell. That would have been nice. Oh, Veron assist, Echo goal. That would have been, fine lines.
I'm surprised Leeds haven't notched another 1 or 2 based on the fact that they've got no defenders on the pitch, Watford.
Yeah,
Big
news
news
from
from
the
the
Riverside.
Riverside.
What have we got here? A corner.
It's Doherty, isn't it?
Uh-oh, is the Borough clean sheet going?
Oh,
Gary Green, goal.
Breen deep. Who's gone Breen deep this week and ended up with him on?
4 million defender goal, Claxon. And the Borough clean sheet has also gone.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Nobody's getting a clean sheet this week, basically, apart from Headman owners. This is a big 10 minutes for Headman owners.
Fucking Breen. 3rd on the bench for every fucker and he's wiped out loads of double clean sheets.
Wow.
Who's jammed a Breen goal then? Anyone who's jammed a Breen goal from the bench? Yeah, double clean sheet wipeout. Same here. Loads of people have had it wiped out.
Everyone's got to say, everybody's got it now. Headman owners are the big winners here if they can hold on to this clean sheet.
Breen first sub coming on for Risa, getting in. FPL Leo is loving it.
Breen on the bench.
Yeah.
He had to be though, didn't he, really?
You're not playing Breen, are you, in this game? But someone has jammed him off the bench. Loving
But
it.
at least it wasn't Tariko involved. That would have been salt in. We'll dream of a team of Gary Greens. Our game week 2 preview, Gary Breen had like 5 man of the matches out of 20. I think he did get bonus last week, but yeah, he definitely looks a player.
Yeah. After game week 4's finished, it's going to be for us lot, for me personally as well, it's going to be a bulk load of season-long simming. I'm going to perhaps do some stuff on Spaces about best 3 assets from each team in terms of value and stuff like that. I like going and checking all the average ratings for all the players for different teams and just kind of gauging where who the bonus magnets are. So look out for that. We'll probably do something on. We'll probably do like a Spaces special on a wild card, game week 5 wild card for those that are on it.
Nice. Backer on for Decor there. So Decor's been subbed. Came on for Batty earlier on, I think. I don't think anybody minds. Larson's still out there. Keane's still out there. Kuehl's still out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I jinxed it. We've got 30 goals, unless we have a flurry at the last minute. It's been a little bit more disappointing. We still had 10 goals though. We had 20 in the first half. Let's hope we get a hatful now.
Yeah, there's always some late goals.
Jay, Watford need to score. No, they don't. They don't need to score.
Yeah, I'm with him. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I still think Headman are heading for the big winners here. There's so many of them, but yeah, people with heart or another Leeds defender as well.
Yeah.
Hariderson booked. Zepeda can continue. Condition around 65.
If I had to guess.
That's not good. So that's going to be a dilemma for Zepeda owners next week, isn't it? I think. Oh, but there is an international break. Yeah, of course. So he probably might get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be good. Check it out. There'll be plenty of people doing stuff, I'm sure.
ChampMan spaces daily. Imagine the shit that will get spoken if we do it every day.
Yeah.
It'd be fun, though. It'd be fun.
Yeah, lots of people hoping Headman's going to stick. He looks like he's got 2 or 3 save points. Could be on for bonus. Could be a double-digit haul here.
He's on for double figures here. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can keep it. Hold the Headman rule. Headman own goal required. Off the bar. JB McAnuff hits the bar. It hits the back of Headman's head and goes into the net.
Yeah.
There we do. Headman own goal, please. Can't see it, but stranger things have happened. Six mins. I'm getting nervous now. I really could do with something. Here comes Ian Hart. Space for himself. Come. Oh, towards the top corner. Pass it to Larson, for fuck's sake. Fail. What are you doing shooting? Swings in the corner. Come on, Henrik. Come on, Henrik. Come on. Yes.
Loving it. Very good.
Oh, I thought that was going wide.
Wow, excellent. People on the Larson Shearer or Larson. Who else? Rickard. Yeah, they're laughing, aren't they? They're killing it.
That's relief. That's relief. That is.
Someone's on Larson Shearer, captain, vice captain, so that'll go down well.
Yeah. Larson, but it's close. It's been close between Larson and Keane though. There's no massive gains. It's just relief really that like kind of like keeping pace just about. But yeah, that's a big goal.
Yeah, people loving it in the chat. Blam, there you go.
Here comes Keratos off the bench, puts it wide. Taylor and Corbett did well.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing because I went Viduka to Shearer, and I suppose like Viduka to Larson could have been like a straight situation swap there to really do with Shearer getting something here. Yeah, flower pattern on Larson captain, Shearer vice captain. FPL Glasgow needed that.
Lovely.
Good.
Lovely. Anyone who went Henry to Larson, like Craig went Henry to Larson, so he's going to be loving life.
Yeah. Nice. Larson, Keane, Hart. Larson, Keane, and Hart. Yeah.
Some good selections here. Really, really good in the chat. Yeah, it's nice to see after the first 2 weeks. It's nice to see everybody loving some of the goals going
13 attacking returns. Michael Den. Bloody hell.
Here comes Dwight York. Oh, no, not rude. Not rude. Oh, driver. Oh, please. Over.
Thank God for that.
Big moment, that.
What's the deal with vice captains? Do they get more points this year? Yeah, 1.5 times what they've got rounded down. So if they got like 9 points and that would be 13.5 points, you get rounded down to 13. If it's an even number, it'll just be half of the points. It's a really good addition, I think.
Yeah, really, really good. Someone said earlier it'd be good if FPL did it, but Gaffer, the Championship game, which is on the same website, also employs that system. So if you don't already play that, give it a look. Really fun game. Cheering the rude misses. I'm sad. Yeah, we're a bit biased on the rude misses, aren't we? But that's the way it goes.
But he's got a return though, hasn't he? He's already scored.
Yeah, he scored. That'd do. Just one return, Angel, absolutely.
What if a vice captain gets -1, Benno? Good point. -1, isn't it? Probably.
Still be -1, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. because it'd be -1.5, which would get rounded back to 1, I guess.
Yeah. Right then. We've had first, where's the last goal scorer coming tonight? Where do you reckon? Not that it might not be the last goal, but
News from Carrow Road. I'm going to go Norwich. I know. Pierre Reese has gone in the book. So that's not the goal. March on. You can never rule out Man United for a late goal, can you?
No, but I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to go for Spurs to take a shot winner.
Yeah. Sunderland pushing forward. This would be quite a poor result for Man United. Wouldn't surprise me if they score. Phillips taking a free kick. Phillips 30 yards out.
Medina.
You're the wrong way round, guys, but is it going to pay off? No, it's not.
Ruud van Nistelooy to score winner. Lee Hughes late goal. Yeah, Shearer maybe. Hopefully. Ian Parry says -1 will be rounded up.
Yes, I suppose it'd be backwards, wouldn't it? So, yeah, -1.5 rounded down again to -2. Yeah, it could be.
Oh, no.
Petkoff from range. Oh, is this in? Is this in? Oh, it's saves.
Heart in mouth moment there. Very good.
Captain should have changed that to Hart, HARTE to Heart in moment. Missed opportunity.
Come on, Shearer. Oh, Dyer was. Oh, wank.
Superb by Newcastle into the last minute. Is Headman going to keep his clean sheet? Is Hart keeping his clean sheet? Is Angel going to blank?
There's got to be some last minute drama. Is there any last minute drama?
Boxe went down for a lie down by the corner flag after 60 minutes. He may well have done. News from Villa Park. Is this the moment? Penalty to Villa. Dublin's Richard Rufus. Richard Rufus, mate. Was Tom? Oh, okay. It's the build-up.
Oh, mate, if Rufus scores, that'll be good.
Been pushed Angel, points to the spot. So
An Angel assist.
Angel assist. This could be a Rufus goal, Angel assist. Hadji's got the ball.
Oh.
He throws it. Oh, there we go. A bit of a wind up there.
Shaka Khan.
Alan Wright takes it. I can't believe that. Goal. Alan Wright. Where's that come from? No one else would.
We've got an Angel a return though, so we've got to be pretty happy with that.
Very booked, yeah. Angel assist. There you go. Angel is not going to blank. Wow, I didn't expect that.
And that's good. That game's lived up to expectation, so I'm happy with that. You know, it's been a good game. That
Coventry made a sub. Coventry going to win it late. I mean, Coventry on the attack. Oh, here come Leicester. Maybe the Headman clean sheet is on the line. Big moment for Headman owners here. Savage. Is it going to go? Savage. Is it going to go? Is it going to go?
Fuck you.
Oh.
11 Leicester today. That's good. How many been on target though?
These are the games they need to win. Absolutely. Big moment for Headman owners. That 90th minute drama at Anfield. So Chelsea were on the attack last time we were there. Kudashini holds the ball. Is it going to be a counter attack?
Going to be a good Johnson header.
Carboni. Knight. I missed Knight coming on, I must admit. Smashed low by Knight.
Back of the net. Oh, he hit the post. Rebound.
Oh. That was the moment.
Is that it? Is that the final action?
Man United on attack. Surely not. Said it wouldn't surprise me. Come on, at least make it Veron, please. York pushed by Ziga. Free kick. Giggs.
Counter-attack for Spurs. Goal. Everson.
Quickly taken by Giggs. Veron at the ball. Come on, Saber. Come on, Saber. Oh, save. Looking out.
Oh.
Fortune headed the ball up for another
continuation there.
save for Serini. That's that full time around the grounds.
Very nice. Well done, captain. Nice.
Keith Brannigan's walking to the away end at the riverside. What's this? The fans are on their feet. This will be his last game for the club, coming to an end. Thank you, Keith. The pan has really just gotten a bit emotional. I love it. Love it. Okay, that's going to be pulling in goal for Ipswich then going forward, I would think. So there you go then, guys.
Well.
Lots of popular returns. Bonus points are going to be big here. They can throw up surprises. So stick with us and we'll read you through the bonus points as soon as they're in.
What a great game week, though. I really enjoyed that. So
really good.
Thanks for the guys for allowing me to come on. It was nice to step into Andy's place. It's big shoes to fill, and Craig's as well. So yeah, it was good fun.
Absolutely, done a sterling job, mate. It's been good fun. People loving you in the chat. I'm sure you'll be back. Full time, still waiting for the bonus points. Stick with us because these can be big.
Yeah, I think the average is going to be pretty darn high today. You're not going to know where you're at until you've had all these bonuses come in, I don't think. And if you think you've had a bad week, you just don't know. You could get 20 odd points from your bonus that kind of makes you feel a little bit better.
Still getting nervous about these bonus. Larson man of the match is the big one that I need, I think.
Bigger bottle of Prosecco next time, Benji. Yeah, well, if I'm not working in the morning next time I'm on, then yeah, I'll probably be smashed and insulting people in the chat. Here we go.
It's in. Aston Villa 4, Bradford 1. Save points 0. 3 bonus points goes to Alan Thompson. 2 bonus points go to Alan Wright, Gareth Barry, Mustafa Hadji, George Boateng, Wang Paglo, Angel, and Eloy Jess. So that's not bad for Angel in the end. 2 bonus points and an assist. Yeah, not bad. Thompson gets man of the match. Didn't expect that ahead of Hadji, but there you go.
Yeah.
Get Benjo on Brannigan's rolling contract. Yeah, absolutely.
Can't believe Gary Breen is my only goal. Oh,
how have you done that? How have you only got a Gary Breen goal in that madness? Right, Blackburn 3, Everton 1. A save point for each of the goalkeepers. Bonus points, 3 for Jason McAteer, 2 for Mark Taylor, 1 each for Henningberg, Marcus Bent, Elefaloporus, and David Weir. So none of the popular attacking players getting bonus in the Blackburn game, unfortunately.
No. Jansen's proving to be quite disappointing so far, but he's 9.5 for a reason. He's going to be, and with getting 5 for a goal as well, he's going to do some decent returning, I reckon.
Angel is now my nemesis. He did all right, David. He did all right in the end.
If Dublin's playing, there's no chance I'm keeping Angel. I want Dublin in my team if he's going to be playing. Simple as that. Here we go. Big points for Coventry, surely.
Right, Coventry 0, Leicester 0. Save points, 1 for Marcus Headman. Bonus points, 3 for Matt Heath, 2 for Headman, 2 for Walker. So what's Headman got there? So 6 with a clean sheet, other 3, 9 pointer for Headman. Really, really good first couple of home games for him. what have we got stats wise? Leicester were well on the attack there, weren't they? 11 chances.
But these bonus points just go to show that you just do not know what's happened in terms of the game. Like McAteer, you would not have put McAteer as man of the match for that game. This is why it's always important to wait for the bonus roulette at the end of the game.
Yeah. Like Matt Heath's got a man of the match in that Coventry game with an 8. Like he hasn't really done a lot. Yeah, one header. He's got man of the match, I think, because he had one header that he won, and it was a key header. So it's like a perfect game, but didn't do much. Leeds 4, Watford 0. Save points 1 for Atmat Zidis, 3 bonus points for Henrik Larsson, 2 for Robbie Keane, 1 each for Gary Kelly, Ian Hart, Rio Ferdinand, Lucas Radeby, and Harry Kewell.
Nice.
That's a decent result there, isn't it? Like Larsson, Keane, Kewell, Hart, they've all got some bonus points.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Let's have a look at the stats in that. What did Larsson, or what did everybody do? So Larsson, 3 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals. Harry Kewell, 2 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. Ian Hart, 3 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. Another day, that could have been an even bigger haul for Ian Hart. Nine shots on target for Lee, so the same as last season, but it's been 4-0 instead of 2-0. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. So we got save points, 1 each for Kirkland and Kudicini. Bonus points, 3 for Steven Gerrard, 2 for Igor Biscan, 1 each for Sami Hyypiä, Emil Heskey, Michael Owen, Vladimir Schmitzer, Jamie Carragher, Carlo Cudicini, Benito Carboni, and Idiger Johnson. So yeah, that game kind of went the way of the data, really. 5 shots on target from Liverpool and 4 from Chelsea, but 3 goals in the game. Like another day, that's 0-0 or 1-0.
Yeah, definitely.
So it went as expected, but
yeah. I've got 48 points from 5 players so far. So
nice work. Man City 3, Arsenal 1. Save points, none. Bonus points, 3 for One Chop, 2 for McQuilkin, 2 for Wright, and 2 for Flitcroft. Some stats for that one. Oh, Man City, 7 shots, 4 on target, 3 goals.
Wow.
So yeah, it wasn't quite the hammering that. Yeah, just very clinical. Sander Westerveld has played a 4. So yeah, just one of those days for Arsenal. 1 shot, 2 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. Clinical from Man City. What did? Oh, I've lost it. I was going to say, what did Henry do? Not much. Well, the Middlesbrough points are in now. Middlesbrough 2, Ipswich 1. Save point each for Crossley and Brannigan. 3 bonus points for Rickard. 2 for Honcho and 2 for Zepeda. So nothing for Boxic in the bonus. Nothing for Southgate either. 2 bonus points for Hencho is a bit of a consolation prize.
Yeah.
Newcastle 3, Bolton 2. Save points, 2 for Shay Given. Bonus points, 3 for that man, Holt. Another 2 bonus points for Given. So Given's done all right there. I don't think anybody owns him, but 2 save points, 2 bonus points. Steve Watson, 2 bonus points. Also Neil Madison, Alan Shearer, Kieran Dyer. So another 2 for Shearer, 2 for Dyer for you there, Benno. 2 for Gareth Wally. I don't think Jeff has got on in the end, did he? So Gareth Wally's done all right for me there. 2 for Richard Dunn, and 2 for Ricky Skimmicker. There you go, Mode. He didn't get his clean sheet, but he's got 2 bonus points off the bench. I'm just going to make sure that Jeffers didn't get on while we wait for the next one. No, he didn't. Yeah, Jeffers stayed on the bench. So if you had Jeffers in your team, your first bench is coming on, or your second bench.
Nice.
Norwich 0, Sunderland 2. 1 save point for Neil Sullivan. 3 bonus points for Malky Mackay. 2 for Mark Libra. 1 for Walker, Abbey, Tome, Issa, Teal, and Phillips. Malky Mackay and Libra both played a 10, but they've given the man of the match to Malky Mackay.
There seems to be a big lurch in the chat between people that have done particularly well and some people have struggled. I think people that have perhaps been on the free hit thing have probably won the week, really, whether they had a good free hit or not last week. Leeds, Villa carriers, Middlesbrough carriers are players.
Yeah, definitely. One more, just Tottenham Man United to go. And here it comes. 2 save points for Serini. Bonus points. 3 goes to Gus Poyet. 2 to Roque Jr. So he's had a 3 and a 2 in the 2 games he's played now for bonus points. 1 bonus point goes to Serini, Clark, Perry, Roy Keane, Van Nistelrooy, and Dwight York. Another disappointing day for Veron, but he'll have his day, I'm sure. That's it. A few stats from that game. Tottenham, 5 shots, 3 on target. Man United, 9 shots, 7 on target. Yeah, Man United would have won that on another day.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all the bonus points. That's the game week done. So just Team of the Week. We'll read through Team of the Week, shall we? And then when that comes in.
Lovely stuff. I think we ended up on 88, so happy days. Very happy with that.
88, that's a great week. You've got to be happy with that. Yeah, without a very good week. So Team of the Week, in goal, Magnus Hedman with 9 points, Ian Hart 13, Alan Wright with 10, Matt Heath with 9, Robbie Keane with 11, Hadji 14, Teal 10, Holt 13, 3 up front, Larson 13, Libra 12, One Shot 12.
Nice.
That's it. That's everything, Benno. Any final pearls before we sign off?
No, just thank you for helping me through it. It's been great. Absolutely loved it. Can't wait to come on again, whether it be with you or whoever. Looking forward to it. It's been great.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be back. We'll definitely be mixing up the hosts a little bit, so it's so we freshen things up a bit each week. But yeah, enjoyed that, mate. Thanks very much, and yeah, we'll see you again soon. Thanks everybody in the chat. Hope you enjoyed the game week, and we'll see you next time.